Boshi, streaming from the starlit guys. This is your number one superstar virtual YouTuber, Amachi Naruse. Welcome back to my stream. Oh, BGM's too loud. Let's lower it. Alright, today welcome back to another Duolingo stream. If you noticed my mistake this morning, my one brain cell wasn't working properly. I wasn't awake yet, and I tweeted out I was doing wanikani. Actually, this light is messing with my model's eyes. I tweeted out wanikani, but what I actually meant was Duolingo, because I did wanikani last Sunday, so it's time to do Duolingo this Sunday. So we are here at Duolingo, but before I get into that, let's go over some announcements. Thank you again. I went over 200 subs on YouTube on Friday, and that is amazing. I tweeted 190 subs 30 minutes before I started stream, and in the middle of stream people started saying, oh, congrats on 200, congrats on 200. I'm like, what? I hit 200 already? This growth is unprecedented. Like, I've never gotten 10 subscribers in a day before, I don't think, let alone in like 2 hours. So that was crazy. And by the time I ended stream, it was over 210. So over the course of me streaming Genshin, it went up by 20 something subs. Amazing. And my Twitter has been steadily climbing up as well, and a lot of my videos are doing well. So, well, thank you guys. This is all due to you guys, you know, sharing out my videos and recommending it to other friends and hitting like, and yeah, all those things, all those little things add up and help. Hey Alia, welcome back. I'm just thanking you guys again for supporting me and helping my channel grow and helping my Twitter grow. Thank you for sharing like my content out to your friends. Okay, yeah, so my king cover hit like 400 something. My VTuber Q&A video, it's doing by far the best out of all my videos. I can't believe it. I looked at it this morning, it was what? Oh my god, I'm looking at it right now. I just clicked on it. 2,000 views. Honestly, guys, Ohio, hi Fel, welcome back. I'm like flabbergasted. I guess that's an old word. Flabbergasted. Hey Jinx, welcome back. Amazing how quickly I've grown. Still like working out what I should do. Thinking of like an endurance stream, but oh, I could probably do it on Wednesday. I have the whole week off. This is such good timing. I could probably do it on Wednesday. Deserve it. Thank you, Alia. All right, so a lot of you guys are new because you joined me in the past week, but every week it's kind of my goal and my promise to you guys that I would get better at Japanese over time. And so every week on Sunday, barring like other activities, if I had a collab, I would at least once a week have a Japanese learning stream. And the goal for this is primarily so that I can get better at Japanese, make sure I get the practice I should get in every week to improve, and also show you some of my practice techniques in case you guys, and like also introduce some websites to help you guys learn as well. And if you guys have like, also like having a study partner really helps me, because I know I have a bit of a Japanese audience right now, and you guys, the Japanese guys, have been Oni-sama, ohayou gozaimasu. you guys have been actually teaching me as well new words that aren't included in the curriculum for like Duolingo or Wanikani. So this is way better. I'm making way more progress streaming my study sessions with you guys than I am studying on my own in the last few years, I think. So a little bit about my goal then is one day I want to be fluent enough at Japanese that a person who is fluent in Japanese, someone who's from Japan, grew up in Japan, wouldn't notice if they're talking to me that I wasn't Japanese. Konnichiwa, hey Pong Kennedy, welcome back. So yeah, that's kind of like my goal for these Japanese streams. Yeah. I guess another announcement, you may have seen the infographic flick by in the bottom right there. I have a collab coming up with Jempai on Friday. So on Friday at 8 p.m. PST, Jempai and I are gonna have an off collab, and we're gonna have alcoholic drinks. I mean, let me rephrase that. We're gonna have adult beverages, and we're gonna have a just chatting stream. Yeah, so that'll be fun. We have set up a Google Forms, so here it is. I will be posting this link soon. If you want to go now, it's in my description below. This form is live. You can drop your questions. Name is optional. You can stay anonymous if you want. But we are collecting questions to answer during the stream. If we don't have, and then after answering your guys' question, we have also started picking out questions for each other as well. So, but you know, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in this Google form, and we'll try our best to get through them. So that's yeah, that infographics just disappeared. But yeah, August 6th, 8 p.m. PST. For Japanese people, that would be August 7th. 12 p.m. JST. So that would be a Saturday for you guys in the Eastern Hemisphere. Those who live in the future. All right. So I guess that's that concludes my announcements. Let's head into Duolingo. If you guys aren't familiar with Duolingo, I'm sure you guys probably seen ads for Duolingo here and there. But basically, it's a lesson plan that gets progressively harder. Into more difficult topics. Last time I did the city and the Olympics. Olympics is pretty relevant at the moment, actually, since Japan is having their Olympics right now. But yeah, I'm at level 4, I guess, and there's way more that I could still do. So just working through this, it kind of teaches you standard grammar. I use them mostly for learning new words and pronunciation, because they've upgraded the Japanese lesson recently. They've re-recorded most of the lessons with proper Japanese enunciation. At least to me, it's way better pronunciation than I have. So that's what I kind of use it for. Let's just get started with abilities. Like, I guess I don't really know what it means by abilities. I hope you guys can hear the Ugokemasu ka? So yeah, you basically you'll get it. It's a practicing thing. Ugokemasu ka? Ugoku is to move. Maska is a question. So it doesn't specifically say who can move, because in Japanese they omit the subject a lot. But based on the context of the question, it is probably directed at me. So this person is asking me, can you move? Yeah. So ugoke is like a form of ugoku, which is to move, and then masuka is a question. So it's basically asking, can you move? This lesson sounds a bit like the old recordings, so it's not really. Koen ni ikenai. Koen. Let me just double check the pronunciation of koen. So one of the websites I like to use is Jisho. Jisho is a free dictionary, Japanese English dictionary. And you can type in Romaji if you want. You can type in Japanese if you want. But I usually stick with the English keyboard because, or whatever keyboard I'm stuck on. Colon. This is one of the extensions I have. I forgot what it's called. Let me double check my extensions list. It is called Jisho Picture. Without this Jisho Picture, you won't get this. So basically, what the red line signifies is that you start the word out with a low voice, and then at this syllable, you switch to a high fast voice. So like, if I were to exaggerate it, it'd be koen, koen, koen. Because if you mispronounce this, then someone could misinterpret what you're saying. Koen is probably an easy one, but if you take, for example, Hana, I think? Oh, no. Hashi. Hashi is a good one. Hashi is a good example. So this one is bridge, right? It's pronounced hashi. But if you accidentally say hashi, then you could say, I'm like, let's say you're trying to say I'm crossing the bridge. You can accidentally say I'm crossing the chopsticks. And the person sitting across from you listening to you will get really confused why you're crossing chopsticks. So pronunciation is also really important in Japanese. I know a lot of Japanese teachers don't stress the importance of pronunciation. If you ever learned Mandarin before or Chinese before, the teachers put a lot of importance on pronunciation because you can accidentally start swearing at someone when you're talking about mothers and horses, because they're all like ma, right? M-A, but kami is also kami is also a really good example. It could be kami, which is paper, or kami, which is God. But you also have kami, which is hair. Kami, oh my god, there's more words. I know these three top words: paper, God, and hair. I didn't know kami is also seasoning. How do you pronounce this one? Kami. I don't know the usage of this. Kami. Another nice thing is I can click in here and kind of find more information. Sometimes there's more. Oh, okay. Imperial capital. Kamikata. Kamigata. Oh no, Kamigata. So this is, I almost mispronounced it. Kamigata. Around the capital city. The area around capital city. Okay. So Jisho is a really, really helpful resource that I use. You can literally search any word on here. Not all of them will have this. I believe this extension is added, like all these pronunciations are added by volunteers. So they're constantly adding new words and new pronunciation guides, but not all of them have it yet. Yeah, pronunciation is important. Koen ni ikenai. Koen ni ikenai. Koen is a park. So and then iku means to go. Ikenai means I cannot go. Nai is the not, the word not in Japanese, basically. So I cannot go to the park. The subject is again left out, but from context, I think he's talking about himself. I cannot go to the park. Yeah. Ikemasen. Ikemasen, like, do you find iku again, which is to go? Masen is like the formal version of nai, so like the formal version of not. So can't go. Ikemasen, I cannot go. There we are.
金曜日に会えますか?
金曜日に会えますか? 金曜日 is, I believe, Friday. Aemasu is to meet. So, and then maska is to ask. So he's asking, can we meet on Friday? Ni aemasu ka? Oh, can you meet on Friday? This is a conjugation of are you able to? So are you able to meet on Friday? Can you meet me on Friday? I would say this is the same thing in English. Can you meet me on Friday? Are you able to meet on Friday? I would say this is synonymous. I would report this as my answer should be accepted. Yeah. Then you can also discuss. You can check what other students have talked about this, because they may have answered in different ways. Is this potential form? Yeah, so if you're confused about like specific parts of this phrase, a lot of students will ask questions and follow-up questions about why it's this way and not the other way. That's another good thing about Duolingo, is that they have a really, really supportive community. Can I meet you on Friday is wrong. No, it's not. It's the other way around. Yep, it's the other way around. Can we meet on Friday is also accepted, but not can we meet up on Friday. Semantics again. Shall we meet on Friday is if not accepted. Shall we meet on Friday is okay. The diphthongs are known to confuse, but I don't hear the extra. I don't really so they're asking if aemasu ka or aemasu ka. It's this one. Aemasu ka. It's this one. Okay. I have to look this one up. I do. Oh wait. Ow! Oh my god, conjugations are hard. So these are different conjugations. Not all. These are not all the inclusive conjugations in Japanese, but there are a lot. And it would be prudent of you to learn all of them, because all of them have their own situations and usefulness. You'll see them used everywhere. So like, they'll make the difference between should, would, could, can, can't, would, wouldn't, should, shouldn't, all those that you learn in English. This is how you do it in Japanese. So it's very important. Aeru, aenai, potential. I'm pretty sure aeru. Yeah, it's not aieru, because that doesn't make anything. It doesn't make the right word. Aineru. Oh. What's the inflection for can you do it? Awasenai. Awareru. Oh, okay. Conjugates that way. Awareru. Awarenai. Awaseru. Awasenai. Awaserareru. Awaserarenai. Oh. Some of these get really, really long and complicated because you're now compounding causative and passive. Imperative. I've rarely seen these used because they're quite rude. They're like the rudest form of "ao," I think. "Ao," "awanai," "aimasu," "aimasen," 会った会わなかった会いました会いませんでした会った会わなくて会わなくて会わなくて会える会えない会われる会われない合わせる合わせない合わせられる合わせられる合わせられない合わせられる合わせられない会え会うな Okay, great. Can you meet me on Friday? That's what they're looking for. Okay. The one drawback of Duolingo is that they don't really teach you what this is. I mean,
金曜日
you can do this
金
now.
曜日に
Friday.
会えますか
But it's pretty... I don't know if it's an effective way to learn Japanese. I use it for mostly pronunciation and reviewing and new words. But in terms of learning how Japanese works as a language and their grammar, it's not very helpful. Like, why do you put a ni in the middle? It's because you're going somewhere, and when you're going somewhere, you use ni. For the most part, for most cases, I think.
ここから山が見えるよ
ここから山が見えるよ。ここから山が見えるよ。ここから山が見えるよ。ここから means from here. Oops, I'm still in Japanese mode. From here. ここから山が見えるよ。山 is mountain. 見えるよ is you can see it. Yo is just an exclamation mark in Japanese. It's like a way to exclaim something. Exclaim and have a statement. ここから山が見えるよ。見える is the potential form for to see. So like you can see. The potential to see. There's potential to see a mountain from here. You can see the mountain. He didn't specify which mountain, so I'm just gonna say the mountain from here. I guess a mountain will work, but the mountain makes more sense. You can see the mountain from here, you know. Okay, so yeah, I guess you could say you can add you know at the end to add extra emphasis to the yo part in
よ
yo. Yeah.
私たちはその犬を飼えない
私たちはその犬を飼えない。私 is I. 私たち is we. So whenever you add tachi to a proper noun, it means us, basically, or the group related to this person. So like the group related to I is we in English, right? So us or we. 私は we その犬 sono means that in Japanese. Inu is dog, so that dog. We related to that dog. Oh, this is the verb particle. Why'd you inu? Okay, whatever. Dogs. Oh is the connecting word between a subject and a verb. No, a noun and a predicate and a verb. Sorry, predicate and a verb. Kaenai is to kao is to buy. Kaenai is cannot buy. We don't have the and it's potential too. So it's cannot or wouldn't. It would not be would not. But it's cannot. So watashitachi we kaenai is cannot buy. Sono inu is that dog. We cannot buy that dog. Alright.
私たちはこの家を買えますか
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 私たちはこの家を買えますか私たちはこの家を買えますか 私たちはこの家を買えますか？私たちはこの家を買えますか？私たち again is we. この家、この means this. 家 means house. So this house. を買えますか? So this is the positive form of 買えない that we saw earlier. So and か at the end is question. So this bear is asking 私たち we 買えますか? Do we have the possibility この家 of buying this house? I think 私たち are we able to? Do we have the ability to?
私たちはこの家を買えますか?
Select the box. Are we able to? I think it's the more. Are we able to buy this house? Let's see what Duolingo thinks of my answer. Okay, I was thinking too much about it. Let's look at the discussion. I overthought. Sometimes simple is best. I kept looking at Hako as box. Hako is indeed box, but it is weird to split kono. I think this person probably needs more experience in reading Japanese because it comes with experience. Even with, you know how English has like spaces in between words, it's very clear where one word starts and one word ends, but in Japanese you just slap it all together, and the only thing that separates anything is periods and punctuation. But as far as like words go, Japanese people will rarely separate it out. So a lot of readers get confused. Where does one word start? Where does one word end? And I'd say that comes from experience through reading lots. And your brain will one day just click. It'll be like, this is one word, this is another word, this is another word. Putting Hako together is gonna. I'd say just experience. You need more experience as well. Are we able to buy this house? Can we buy this house? It's the same thing. Very true. Yes, experience. So if you're finding like,
何が見えますか?
if you feel like you've hit a dead wall in learning Japanese, I would first ask, are you practicing Japanese in the proper way? Are you getting enough exposure to Japanese? One of the things that happened to me a few years ago is I feel like I plateaued in my Japanese learning. I wasn't getting better, even though I kept studying. And what really broke me through that wall was when I got acquainted with VTubing, especially the Japanese VTubing community. My first step into Japanese VTubing was Hololive. I think most people can agree with that. And then from Hololive, I expanded to Nijisanji, and from Nijisanji, I expanded to other smaller VTubers, indie VTubers, or Kizuna Ai. I actually knew about Kizuna Ai from before Hololive, but I wasn't too interested in VTubing back then. So I would spend my work from home helped a lot too, because I needed some background noise. So I would always have a VTuber stream in the background, a Japanese VTuber, and I would just listen to them passively while I worked. And suddenly my brain started understanding what they're saying. Like I understood before, especially if it's like words I recognize. I have had formal Japanese lessons before, but I feel like my Japanese improved a lot just by listening to Japanese VTubers all day. Or it doesn't have to be VTubers. If you love watching Japanese dramas, that helps too. Hi Maria, welcome. My name is Amachi Naruse, and we're studying Japanese together today. I'm currently on Duolingo, if you've ever heard of that site before. And I'm talking about my story about like how I broke through a wall and when I got stuck in improving my Japanese. So yeah, when I was listening to Hall Live, I suddenly got the exposure that I needed to break through this wall, and I started improving again. AV, hello. Both the hello. I don't think I've seen you two before. Welcome to my stream. My name is Amachi Naruse. I hope the three of you stay, and anyone else who's new in the stream. I hope you find my content enjoyable and educational and funny. And if you really like my content, it would really help me if you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter. I've been seeing a huge influx of new people. It makes me really happy to meet new friends. Welcome, guys. Alright, let's get back to the lesson. I think I've already made my point with my story, is that if you get stuck on a wall, question whether you're studying Japanese the way that works for you, and kind of get more exposure. Read a Japanese. Try reading a Japanese novel. Try watching Japanese VTubers. Try watching Japanese dramas. Get different types of exposures, and hopefully you'll find like the one thing that clicks, and suddenly you make a breakthrough. Yeah. All right. This line is.
何が見えますか?
何が見えますか? 何が見えますか? 何 is, you guys probably, if you guys watch anime, or I'm sure like a lot of people know what nani is. Nani is a pretty common phrase. It means what, to be frank. It's a very simple phrase. Nani is what? Nani ga miemasu ka? Miemasu ka? Miemasu is the potential form for to see. So can you see? And then ka is a question marker. So can you see what? What can you see? Nani ga miemasu ka? What can you see? What are you able to see from where you are? Again, the subject is omitted here because Japanese is a hugely contextual subscribble. I've never heard anyone say it that way. That's an interesting. Please subscribble to my channel. What can you see? Yeah, the subject is dropped, as in most cases with Japanese. But it's very obvious what this person is asking. Nani ga miemasu ka? They wouldn't be asking themselves, right? Because they can see what they see. They wouldn't need to ask anyone else what. I wouldn't need to ask anyone else what I can see. When I ask someone what they can see, it's usually I'm interested in what their eyes are seeing, right? So the you is dropped from the sentence completely because it's just plain obvious from the context. So what can you see is correct.
私は先生の声が聞こえなかった。
私は先生の声が聞こえなかった。私は先生の声が聞こえなかった。私 we saw this word earlier, means I. But you know, in this sentence, I think this watashi can be dropped. Unless he's making a specific focus on himself being not able to hear, like everybody is saying like they can hear, and then you want to say, I specifically, watashi wa sensei no koi ga kikoe nakatta, I cannot. So if everyone else is saying I can, and this person wants to emphasize that I can't, he can add it back in. Sensei is teacher. Sensei no koi, so koi is voice. Sensei no koi is the voice of the teacher, so I cannot hear. Oh, here, that's getting it. Something about myself and something about the teacher's voice. Ga kikoe nakata. Kikoe is, kiku is the verb for to hear with your ears, right? To hear something. Funny trivia about the kanji here. This kanji here, it actually has it's made out of two parts. The big part surrounding it is our doors, and then the little part in the middle is the ear. So to hear is the door to your ears. That's the trivia about this kanji character. If you know how to write doors and you know how to write ears, then you know how to write hear. The doors to your hearing or ears is hearing. Okay, 聞こえなかった。聞こえる is the ability to hear. So can you hear it? And then なかった。聞こえない is the not. So I cannot hear. なかった this is the past tense of not. So there's several conjugations here. This is quite a difficult one to take apart actually. 聞こえなかった in essence means I in the past tense. So I couldn't hear. So I couldn't hear. And what couldn't I hear? I couldn't hear sensei's voice. Okay, so the English is here. I couldn't hear the teacher's voice. 私は先生の声が聞こえなかった。私は先生の声が聞こえなかった。Couldn't hear the teacher's voice. Awesome.
彼は怖くて動けなかった。
彼は怖くて。Okay, for you new guys, I'm going to introduce Jisho again. 怖い means to scare. 怖い okay. 怖い so it goes down, up, down. 怖い I don't think there's another word you can mix it up with if you pronounce it wrong. 怖いる but there's ru at the end, so but it'd be pretty weird if you say 怖いる that would sound really weird. 怖いる what does this mean? Tone of voice. 怖いる mimicry. 怖い so you could accidentally say mimicry instead of scary. 怖い怖くて動けなかった
彼は怖くて動けなかった。
彼は怖くて動けなかった彼は怖くて動けなかった彼は怖くて動けなかった彼は怖くて動けなかった I want to sound as natural as possible, so that's why I'm practicing it multiple times to try to build these words into my mouth's muscle memory because I didn't grow up speaking Japanese, even though I did start learning Japanese at an early age. A lot of these sounds, I don't use a lot of these sounds in everyday English, so it takes a lot of practice for my tongue and my lips and my mouth to learn all these new movements to say these words in a natural way. So that's why I'm practicing as much as I can to really build up these muscle memories in my mouth so that I can form these sounds at a moment's notice. 彼は怖くて動けなかった。彼は怖くて動けなかった。動けなかった。彼は怖くて動けなかった彼は怖く This is almost like a tongue twister. 彼は怖くて動けなかった彼は怖くて彼は怖くて動けなかった You know how you say a word so many times it starts sounding weird to you? This is how I feel right now with the word 怖くて Okay, kare means he. That's a pronoun for he in Japanese. Normally you drop this too, but if you didn't say it here, it would be very, very ambiguous unless you already started the conversation earlier about this he person. So if this is the first thing this person is talking about, has mentioned this he person, then it's okay to use the pronoun. Kare wa he, kwakute. Kawaii means to scare, right? We saw that in Jisho earlier. And kwakute means this conjugation is almost like a saying at this point, I think. This conjugation, specifically this kwakute, means he's so scared that, and then something. So the next part of the phrase will make sense. 動けなかった ugoku, I think we had it at the beginning lesson, means to move. So he was so scared something moved, right? And we can further break down this ugokenakatta. Ugokenai means cannot move. So he doesn't have the ability to move. Nakatta means the past tense of not. So he couldn't move. It was all in the past tense. So why couldn't he move? Because he was too scared. So what the sentence is saying, he was so scared. Kare wa, he was so scared he could not move. Yeah, so this. Yeah, so kare wa kwakuте ugokenakatta. Look, I said it perfect that time. That's all due to practice. It's good to practice and then take a break and then come back to it later. It's called reinforcement learning, and Wanikani has that. So they'll give you a lesson and then they'll wait like a few hours and they'll give you the same lesson again to see if, like, just to test you, see if you still remember it. If you still remember it, they'll wait like a few days and then pop the question in your face again just to see if you remember it. And if you get it wrong, then they'll actually pop the question up more often until you remember it. And the more you get it right, the longer the wait period becomes. Just to keep you on your toes, you know. But, you know, once Wanikani knows you absolutely got this down 100%, it just stops asking you the question. There's no point anymore because it's already, you know, committed to your memory. I hope I got this one right, because I'm not 100% sure. On this one, I'm like 90% sure. He was scared and could not move. He was scared and could not move. He was so scared he could not move. This is the same thing, isn't it? This is the same meaning, isn't it? He was so scared he could not move. He was scared and could not move. I'd say it's the same sentence. I'd say this is the same sentence.
ここから何も見えない。
ここから何も見えない。ここから何も見えない。So we had ここから before. It's the same sentence, right? So like another thing is that Duolingo, well, it's people making this website and managing this website can only think of so many different ways to answer a question, right? So many different answers, but there are like a ton other ones that they may have missed. And that's where the community comes in. When I report an answer for a question, like I feel like this answer should be accepted, there's a team in Duolingo who will go through all of this. Like I think they have a team of native Japanese speakers and native English speakers who would go through this, my suggestion, and add it to their database of correct answers. I mean, after judging it, right? So in part, it's the community also has a hand in making Duolingo a great website. So the more of you, I'm not sponsored, by the way. I just love Duolingo so much that I talk a lot about it. So because I think it's a great community here, and the more people who use it, the greater it becomes. It becomes a more and more powerful tool for both you and me, right? The more correct answers you submit, the more you proofread the website's answers, the more other people benefit from it. I think it's just a win-win situation. The more people who get on this website, Wanikani as well. As long as there's no like heated internet arguments on here, which I haven't seen. Like people calling each other out for names or like being stupid. I haven't seen any of that in both Duolingo and Wanikani. As long as everything's civilized and positive, then I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be on here. It's a great website. Alright, kokokara is from here. We saw that earlier. Nani mo mienai. Nani mo mienai. Nani mo mienai. Nani is like what or thing. Mienai, mieru is to see. Nai is I cannot see. So, ここから何も見えない. What can you not see? from here. So from here, what? Cannot see. So basically, I know instinctually what the sentence means, but I can't really, like, there's no English equivalent. Well, there's an English equivalent, but I can't connect the dots. But what he's saying is, I can't see anything from here. That's what he's. Nanimo mienai is like almost like a phrase at this point. Nanimo mienai means I can't see anything. And then koko kara, he's meaning specifically from here. Can't see anything from here.
あの音が聞こえますか?
I wish my Japanese were better, so like I can explain it to you guys better why that sentence translates to that English sentence. But I think that's just the downfall of the limitation of my current Japanese knowledge. And another thing is that once I get good enough at Japanese, I mean, I already do that to like a certain degree. I do teach some of my friends some of these concepts, just like how I'm teaching you guys, right? But I'm not qualified to teach everything, right? I can teach like baby stuff, but I can't teach like professional and like university level stuff, right? I'm just not qualified yet. I don't have the knowledge yet. So yeah, I kind of want to get better at sharing information, I guess, at Japanese, so that I can teach my friends as well. あの音が聞こえますか? あの音聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか?
あの音が聞こえますか?
あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が音が聞こえますか? Hey Stays, welcome back. We're doing Japanese stream today, Japanese learning stream today. あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか? How's your day actually, Stays? I know it's early morning for you right now. Also, like, what are you guys' time zones, by the way? I'm curious. I know it's close to 1 p.m. in Japan. It is close to midnight on the East Coast of North America. I'm on the West Coast of North America, where I operate off at time. So right now for me it's 9 p.m. East Coast is 12 a.m. almost. In Japan it's 1 p.m. 11:49 a.m. here. Nice. 11:49 a.m. Wow. Maria, you're pretty much on the opposite side of the world from me. Wow. 11:49. Wow. AV2. Wow. 11:49. Wow. Oh my god. Both A2? What a coincidence. That's interesting. I know I had a few viewers from like across the world. Like according to my YouTube statistic, the majority of my viewers are from North America, so I'm used to seeing like, oh, it's the same time as you, or no, I'm just a few hours ahead of you, stuff like that. But recently people have been trying out from across the entire world, so yeah, Palm Kennedy, 11:50 p.m. That's I know that's East Coast time in North America. Yeah, actually I'm listening to you while working. Wow, that's great. Just like how I listen to VTubers while working too. It's good background noise. It's good to just hang out and chill. あの音が聞こえますか? あの音が聞こえますか? So あの is that over there. That. 音 means sound or noise actually in this case. が聞こえますか? 聞こえますか, we went over this earlier, is can you hear it, or the ability to hear it. So the subject is missing from here, but you can insinuate from the sentence that this person is asking me. So they're asking, can you hear that noise? Can you hear that noise? Oh, or sound, which is the first word that I went to. あの音が聞こえますか? Lol, I wrote Japan in the search bar and you came up learning Japanese. That is how I found you in Saji. Oh, really? 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 Is that how you first discovered me? Was it in one of these Japanese learning streams? I forgot. What is... oh, okay. I was just looking at this kanji, the three first kanji in this sentence. And I couldn't read it first, but now that I read the whole thing, I know what it is. This is airplane. Hikoki. So the first kanji is to fly. The second kanji is to go. And the last kanji is machine. So if you have a machine that can go flying, what is it? It's an airplane. Hikoki. Hikoki. 飛行機の音が聞こえた。
飛行機の音が聞こえた。
飛行機の歌。飛行機の音が聞こえた。聞こえた。聞こえた is the past tense for to hear or have heard. So I heard is basically what did you hear? It's the sound. 音 is sound. And what sound was it? Of the airplane. 飛行機の音が聞こえた。聞こえた is to hear. What did you hear? 音 sound. And what sound of it was it? It was 飛行機の音, which is the sound of an airplane. 飛行機の音。飛行機の音が聞こえた。I heard the sound of an airplane is what it's asking.
動けません。
Okay, thanks for joining me both. Have a nice lunch. Thanks for dropping by. Maria, I saw your self-intro vid and thought you're very interesting. Thank you so much. I'm glad you saw it. That video has been getting around, like it's been really popular, to say the least. It's been very popular, and that really surprises me because it's the most popular out of all the videos in my channel. I've never had a video even half as popular as that one, and that really surprises me. It really blew me. It hit me out of the blue. And it makes me really happy that, you know, to be able to have such a large reach with that video. If you like that video, you should watch. You should also give my King cover a try. The thumbnail will show up in a second here, right there. Totally called that. My King video. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend go checking it out. I sang the cover myself with the help of my manager, who so graciously rented me a studio, a professional recording studio. Oh, I should tell you about that story too. This is going on tangents, and this is gonna make my stream like really long. But like, I really want to tell you guys the story. So, when I was thinking about doing a cover song, my manager was like, "All right, so I booked you a studio, and we're gonna go in at the end of this month." And I'm like, "Hold up." Wait, manager? We're going to a studio? And he's like, "Yeah, of course." I'm like, weren't you going to go to a studio? I'm like, "No, I was thinking I would just, you know, hide in my closet and record my voice on this mic alone." And he's like, no. I mean, you could do that if you want, but you know, no. We're going to go to a professional studio. And so that's what we ended up doing. We went to a professional recording studio. If you go through my Twitter timeline, you'll see photos of the first time I was there. And it's amazing. Like, their soundboard is huge. He had a professional recording engineer there. My manager himself is a professional music producer, so he has connections in the field. I don't know why it didn't strike me that he would also have access to a professional recording studio. Anyways, it was a very exciting and new experience for me. we definitely have plans to do another cover song in the future. We don't know when yet. I can't announce anything yet. But you know, do look forward to that. I'm more than happy to do another song because it's so fun to sing a cover song. King was a tough one to sing, but it was definitely a really rewarding song to sing, to master. Must expensive? Yo, what? I don't know how expensive it was, cause I never saw the bill. Yo, there's nothing that's free in this world. What? The bill never reached my desk. So the bill never reached my desk. I can only assume that my producer had connections so strong. No, I don't even have to assume. I know my producer has connections in the world of music. He has all the right connections to make things happen. At a word. So I'm so lucky to have this guy, my manager. If you guys are interested, or if any of you are singers or want to get interested into singing, you can find my manager's Twitter profile through my Twitter description. His name is Incredulous. His Twitter handle is Incredulous, but spelled backwards. But you'll find him in my description. It'll be very obvious. It says manager:incredulous. If you guys have any questions about, or if you guys are interested in putting a foot into the professional music and professional recording industry, definitely do seek him out. He is accepting, you know, he has a huge workload at the moment, but it doesn't mean that he'll ignore you. Like he'll still he'll talk to you, right? If you're serious about, you know, getting into the industry and you want to hire him, he's open to discussions. King cover was amazing. Thank you so much. Gonna check it out later. Thank you, Maria. Doing great. Nice to know you're doing great, Fel. Nico, oh no, that was kind of like, oh, I kind of wanted to sorry, I'm going through the comments backwards because I was so in the zone in my own thoughts that I missed the comments, but I'm going through your comments. I'm gonna definitely read every single comment here. Nico knee impression. I was like, what can I do that's a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but still kind of me on the inside? So I am a Love Live fan. I did try the game a little bit. The game style wasn't for me. Bang Dream is more of my game style, and I play Project Sekai. Those are kind of like the top-down kind of guitar hero style buttons are more my style than Love Live. But you know, I'm a fan of Love Live and their characters as well. So what can I do to kind of put my idol side and my anime side out there a little bit, stretching my comfort zone a little bit, and also convey that to you guys in the shortest manner possible? I chose the Nico thing. So you guys all know that I love anime, I love rhythm games, I love idols. Yeah. I'm glad that that made a nice impression on you, Maria. Wait, I looked at my sub count this morning. It was not 261. It was not 261. It is 261 right now. 262 now. Oh my goodness, you guys. How is this? What? Yo, I haven't even had my 200 subscriber celebration yet. And it's, oh my god, I really have to do it soon. I'm already halfway to 300. I haven't even done the 200 one yet. What the hell, guys? Hey Kai. Manager had it covered. Yeah, manager had it covered for sure. The expenses for the studio. Hey Kai, welcome Kai. Thank you for showing your support. Sasuga manager-san. Seriously, Sasuga. Can Fel sing? No. That's a fast answer. When is there space in when there is a space in no, you know that he is being serious. Oh, okay. In space O. 262. Yeah. Going so fast, you know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is just amazing. You might need to do both the 200 and 300 special. Oh man. I would, you know, it's less work to combine it, but I feel like that's kind of doing a disservice to like everybody, because in my mind, those are two completely separate milestones, and I really want to celebrate both of them individually with you guys as separate occasions, because it would be cheating to do both of them all at the same time. I feel like that personally, that's how I feel. It would be cheating. It would be cheating myself, my heart, and it would be cheating on you guys as my audience. Definitely less work, but less work doesn't mean better work, I guess. Yeah. Did YouTube eat my message again? Probably. YouTube be funny like that these days. I don't know why. Oh my goodness. Okay. How long did I rant for? I don't know. Must have wasted so much time. Let me get back into Duolingo. Wow. This growth is, oh my god. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to talk to my manager about doing a 200 special on Wednesday. It's gonna be a bit rushed, but at the rate that I'm growing, by Wednesday I might already even hit. No, let's not think about that. That's like, I'm getting ahead of myself. For the moment, I'll discuss with my manager about what to do for my 200 sub and the timing of when I should do it. Ukokemasen. So we looked at this verb earlier. It means to move. Ukokemasen means I cannot move. And the subject is left out here because it's obvious who it can't move. Who can't move? I cannot move. It's not me who can't move. It's him who can't move. Him. Well, I can't assume his gender. I can't assume their gender. They cannot move.
チケットはどこで買えますか？
チケットはどこで買えますか？チケットはどこで買えますか？チケットはどこで買えますか？チケットはどこで買えますか？チケットはどこで買えますか？チケット is, if you can guess the word, it means ticket. It's the Japanese word for ticket. Chiketto. It's just the way they pronounce it because the syllables in English are way too difficult. Chiketto wa doko. Doko means where. So the tickets are where. Doko de. De is the marker for like a place. Doko de. And kaemasu ka. We looked at this verb earlier. It means to buy. And ka again is a question word. So chiketto wa doko de kaemasu ka? Kaemasu. To buy something. Doko. Where? Chiketto. Tickets. So where can I buy the tickets? Chiketto wa doko de kaemasu ka? Where can I buy tickets? Or, you know, a ticket, I suppose.
今日は私に会えますか？
今日は私に会えますか? Oh, I got this question earlier. I got it wrong because I gave them the wrong word. I'll just go with my first instinct. 今日は私に会えますか? Can you meet me today? 今日私に会えますか? Okay, got it. Poor Fel's messages get eaten for no reason.
この高い車を買えません。
Yeah, poor Fel. この高い車を買えません。
この高い車を買えません。
この高い車を買えません。この means this. 高い here typically would mean high, as in like height. This is very tall, very high. But they're talking about cars here. The next word is kuruma, which is car. So a high car wouldn't make much sense. Cars aren't that tall by nature. Doesn't make sense. Unless it's a really tall bus, but I mean, you could use takai with it, but I think it's more likely that takai in this sense means expensive, like high in price. This is an expression in Japanese too. So like when you want to say something is expensive, you say it's takai. It's high. この高い車, this expensive car. And then there's a verb after it. 買えません. 買えません means cannot afford or cannot buy. I can't afford it. I can't afford this expensive car. I can't buy this expensive car is the English for this. I cannot buy this expensive car. Yeah.
いけます。
Ikemas. That's a simple word. Or simple sentence. Iku again is to go. Ike is the potential to go or the ability to go. And it just ends the sentence with mas. And basically the simplest way, if you want to transliterate the sentence word for word, it literally means can go, period. Can go. And this person's left out the subject because it's obvious who can go. They're talking about themselves. So they're basically saying, I can go. I can go. Ikemasu.
明日は図書館に行けます。
明日は図書館に行けます。明日は図書館に行けます。図書館に行けます。図書館に行けます。明日は図書館に行けます。明日 means tomorrow. 図書館 is library. Ikemasu again, we just learned, can go. Where can you go? 図書館, the library. And when? Tomorrow. So, subject left out again. We can assume that this person is talking about themselves. So, they're saying they can go to the library tomorrow. I can go to the library tomorrow. 明日は図書館に行けます。
どんな音が聞こえましたか？
どんな音が聞こえましたかは、どんな音が聞こえましたか？どんな音が聞こえましたどんな音が聞こえましたか I can hear a dog barking in the background very loudly. My neighbor bought a new dog. It's not trained yet. It's barking its head off every day. The reason why I said that is because this question is asking me directly, what kind of sound can you hear? Donna means what kind. Oto is sound, so what kind of sound? Ga kikoemashita ka? Kikoemasu, I already explained it, is to hear. Mashita means the past tense, so what did I hear in the past tense? They're asking in the past, like what did I hear in the past? Ka, again, is just a question marker, so this person is asking me. Again, me is dropped because it's obvious who they're asking, because I'm their conversation partner. What sound did you hear? Is what they're asking. What sound did you hear? What kind of sounds could you hear? Yeah. Actually, yeah, the could. Yeah, kikoeru is the potential to hear. So I really should have put could in this sentence. I think I would mark myself wrong. What sound did you hear? What sound could you hear? I would mark myself. I would give myself only a half point on this question. They really should have included the word could.
金曜日に会えますか？
金曜日に会えますか? Oh, I got this one wrong before because I overthought the question, I think. Can you meet me on Friday is what I think they wanted. Yeah, that's exactly it. I think what I wrote is, are you able to meet me on Friday? Yeah, I got marked wrong. But essentially it's the same. Basically the same answer.
私たちはこの家を買えますか？
私たちはこの家を買えますか? I think I got this wrong earlier. we buy this house? I think is the answer that they're looking for. Yeah. Hey Jempai, welcome to my stream.
彼は怖くて動けなかった。
I was just talking about the collab thing that we had coming up. So like all the new guys who didn't hear the announcement, I have a collab with Jempai coming up soon. There's a Google Forms link in the description of this video here. And if you'd like, you can submit questions for us to answer in our collab stream next Friday. We're gonna have a few adult beverages, and we're recruiting questions to Jempai. Thank you for notifying me, Sudeis. Wow. So we have a few questions below. We have a Google Forms below where you can submit your questions. You can stay anonymous if you want, but you can type your name in the box as well. That's optional. And in next Friday's streams, we'll try to answer as many of your questions as possible. Jempai and I are also coming up questions of our own to ask each other. But you know, more questions, the better, I guess. If you guys have any questions for us, right? We wouldn't know if we didn't ask. So yeah, Jempai, do check out her channel as well. She doesn't stream on YouTube, but let me give her a shout out here. She streams on Twitch. Oh, so on Friday we're gonna do a simulcast to both YouTube and Twitch. I'll be streaming my channel and she'll be streaming on hers. We'll be hanging out at her bar, the Kumapan bar. It's a very, very, very nice bar. I always enjoy hanging out there. Thank you, Taruni. You're welcome. You're welcome. Jempai is like my little sister. Yeah. So yeah, next Friday, 8 p.m. PST. Ooh. Yeah. Welcome, Jempai. Good to see you. Kare wa kwakuте ugokenakatta. Oh, I got this one wrong earlier. What did I get wrong exactly again? He was so scared and couldn't move. I typed he was so scared that he couldn't move. But what the question was, is he was so scared and could not move. 彼は怖くて動けなかった。The reason why I said so scared is 怖くて. 怖くて is an emphasis on being scared. At least that's how I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a native Japanese speaker. I could be misinterpreting this conjugation of koi. But in English, I feel like you would add the word so in there to emphasize the word that he's scared. He's so scared that he couldn't move. No. He was just that scared. I'm gonna mark this as should be accepted.
彼は怖くて動けなかった。
Okay, I'm just stuck on the last question now. He was scared and couldn't move. Is what the question was looking for. So I can move on. Yeah, I'll be cooking some dinner, but lurking with some Japanese learning. Thank you. Have a good dinner. Oh, it's quite late for dinner, Jempai. What time do you usually eat dinner, Jempai? It doesn't seem consistent. This collab is gonna be great. Thank you, Sudeis. I believe so too. Don't worry, it's same. This is very late dinner. I have a 1-day streak because I only practice Duolingo once every. Wait. What is this? Equipped for free? Sure, whatever. No thanks. Ability. Oh, that's what we're studying. Let's move on to the favors one, just to get some variety. Which one of these is present? Well, you can see from the picture which one is present. But I like to read out the words anyways, just for practice. Presento, presento, presento. Kazu, kazu, kazu. This one is senshu. Kazu means amount, to count. That's why there's pictures of numbers. Senshu means athlete. That's why there's an athlete as a picture. プレゼント数選手
プレゼント
プレゼント
姉に花を買ってあげました
姉に花を買ってあげました Oh, this is a compound verb. Now that's a little bit more complicated. Ane is older sister, specifically older sister. If you're talking about younger sister, it's imoto, but older sister is ane. Ane ni, so the ni particle here is a connection word saying that you're doing something for the sister, or someone's doing something for someone. Hana is flower. Katte is to buy. We saw this in the last lesson, but this is the te form, meaning there's like more to come. And so it's conjugated with agemashita. Agemashita is I gave, to give someone something. Mashita is just past tense, to give, gave. What did you? So the compound verb here is I bought and gave. Katte agemashita. I bought and gave. If you had it separately, it's to buy and to give. But katte, if you turn the first verb into a te form and then add another verb to it and combine it, this is I bought and gave. What did you buy and give? Flowers. And to whom? To my older sister. So the subject is omitted here again because it's obvious that this person's talking about themselves. So I bought and gave flowers to my older sister. Come on! I feel like both sentences are correct. Transliterally, my sentence is more correct. Translationally, colloquially, yes, you probably go with the other sentence. I'll give them the point for this one, because the other one does sound more natural. You woke up 2 p.m. today, Jempai? Oh my god. You know what? I'll give you that. I woke up at I got out of bed at 11:30 a.m. today because the party last night was sick. Are you both in a different country? No, Jempai and I are together. Not together, but we're local to each other. So the collab next week is going to be a local collab. We're going to be in the same room. We're going to be hanging out in the same room with computers in between us and mics in between us. We're going to chat. We're going to cheers. I'm gonna mix Jempai an awesome drink, I guess. A soju drink. Hope she enjoys it. You know what? Yeah, I'll mix her a drink. Didn't know you were on. Oh, well, you know I'm on now. Hey Caboose, yes, welcome Caboose. Nice to see you here. Stayed up to 6. What? You stayed up even later than I did. Naru is going to be arriving on a spaceship to my humble abode in a small cafe bar. Yeah. So the nice thing about being a spaceship, streaming from a spaceship, is I can land anywhere. Anywhere in the world. Everyone is as far away from me as I am from them. Where was I going with that? That's obvious. I'm equal distance away from everybody by being in a spaceship. So I can land anywhere in the world. D&D isn't over yet, just scrolling around places to do something. Okay, Caboose is playing D&D. That's fun. I'm going to be starting a D&D game with some friends. A brand new game. This is my first time playing D&D tomorrow. We've already set up our character sheets. We're going to be starting our session 1 tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to be streaming it. I know a few of my friends are planning to stream it, but we might skip over session 1 We might stream it publicly. I think we're gonna start streaming it publicly starting from session 2, so like the Monday after. I'll let you guys know more about that. I'm not gonna do. It's gonna be way too stressful on my own like work balance and personal life if I stream as well. But I'll do my best to like let you guys know who is streaming at what time, and hopefully you can find me there on their channels as well. Ooh, can't wait to hear more later. Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely once those people make their stream announcements, I'll share, I'll retweet them, whatever. So if you aren't following me on Twitter, it's a great time to follow me if you love D&D, because we're gonna be streaming D&D starting probably not this week, but starting next week if everything goes well. But it's Jempai. I stayed up to 6 a.m. Wow. I stayed up to, I think I got home around 5? Yeah, 5 a.m. yesterday. I mean today. It's still the same day for me, this morning. And I went to bed around 5:30 and I slept at 11:30, so it's about 6 hours sleep. It's okay. I'll be waiting. Thanks, Days. Okay. I've been going on a lot of tangents today. Like, I've been talking nonstop. This is surprising. I'm normally not a really talkative person, but I feel like when I'm stream, I can talk like forever, almost. Talking so much that I'm getting thirsty. Mouth is getting dry. Always stay hydrated. Anyways, I got this answer wrong. Okay, yeah, okay, I already talked about that. I'll give them that answer. What is that word? Aniki ni.
兄に珍しい本を買ってあげました。
Oh, 兄に珍しい本を買ってあげました。So 買ってあげました. This Duolingo wants me to conjugate bought and gave as one word. To buy and give. That's just bought. 買ってあげました. Bought. What did I buy? 本. It's a book. What kind of... So there's an adjective attached to this hon, this book. Mezurashi. Mezurashi means unusual, mysterious, strange. So I bought a strange book. And for whom? Ani. So that's my brother. Older brother, to be specific. I bought an unusual book for my brother. Strange book for my brother. I bought, click in the box. I bought a strange book for my brother. Now, before I click on check, I'm just gonna, because the website seems to like want specific words sometimes. I just want to make sure that it's not looking for unusual, it's not looking for the word mysterious, and it's actually looking for the word strange, which I think would be the simplest form of mezurashi. Simplest way to describe mezurashi. A rare, unusual, and atypical. Mezurashi. Unusual. See? If I had typed strange, I bet it would mark me wrong. Unusual. How do you spell unusual? Unusual. Whenever the mouse is blocking a word, I can't read what the letter is. I bought an unusual book for my brother. Ani ni mezurashi hon o katte agemashita. Rare. Mezurashi. You know, this is the time to consult the dictionary. Mezurashi. Unusual, rare, curious, new, novel, fine. Fine. I've never used mezurashi to replace the word fine. If I want to use the word fine as an adjective, I would actually replace it with E. Let me open a new tab here. I just duplicated the tab. E. Fine. I would use this. Ani ni ii hon no katte agamashita. I would use this word. Mezurashi doesn't give me the feeling of fine. I mean, it could be fine in the way that it's rare and precious, I guess. but I would still say it translates more to unusual and curious, mysterious, strange. That's what I would feel. Mezurashi. Pong Kennedy, nice. Do you know Japanese? I have a feeling Pong Kennedy does know some Japanese, if not already a fluent speaker. E. I bought an unusual book for my brother. A rare book.
妻のために犬の散歩をしてあげました。妻のために犬の散歩をしてあげました。
Oh, okay. I don't recognize this kanji, but I recognize what he said. He said tsuma. Tsuma means wife. Tsuma no wife's something. Tsuma no tameni. Tameni is for the sake of. So like for someone's sake of, for the sake of someone. For the sake of my wife. Tsuma no tameni. For the sake of my wife. For my wife. I would say for my wife is the more colloquial way to say it. For my wife. Inu no sampo. Inu, you already know, is dog. We went over that earlier. Sampo is walk. Inu no sampo is to walk a dog. Inu no sampo walked the dog. Inu no sampo o shite agemashita. Shite agemashita is to do. Like katte agemashita is bought for someone. Shite agemashita. Shite is just to do, just a generic word to do. Agemashita is again do it for someone. But it's kind of like I just realized it's pretty redundant because you already said tsuma no tameni for my wife, and then at the end you did shite agemashita, which is to do again for someone. So I would just add I here because the subject's missing. It's obviously this person's talking about themselves. I walked the dog for my wife. Tsuma no tameni inu sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo. I feel like it's sanpo. Let me just double check the pronunciation of that. Sanpo, yeah, it starts low, goes high. Sanpo. Tsuma no tameni inu. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. There we go. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite mashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Tsuma no tameni inu no sanpo o shite agemashita. Okay, I think I got it. I might want to practice one. This is quite a difficult one to pronounce as well. Let me just double check my phrasing. Tsuma no
tameni.
For the benefit of, yeah.
No.
Inu
no sanpo o shite agemashita.
Sanpo o shite agemashita. Yeah, I think I got it right. Yeah, there you are. Pong Kennedy is a native Japanese speaker. That's great. It's great to know you love Japanese too, Sudeus, because I do as well. And I love learning about it even more.
本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。
本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげました。Oh, 買ってあげた。買ってあげた is just the informal version, informal shortened version of 買ってあげました。You can say あげました or あげた as a more informal way of saying あげました。 if you and Honda-san, or like you, not Honda-san specifically, if you're talking with someone that you're close friends with, you can say things in a more informal manner, right? You'll start using slang with friends, basically. Start slurring your words. You probably won't speak as formally. You'll probably speak formal with your boss than your friends, right? So Honda-san, this is a person's name. San is just Mr. in Japanese. It means you're giving the person the respect that they deserve as a human being. Honda-san, Mr. Honda. That's a very, very John Doe kind of name they use in Japanese lessons. Honda-san, Tanaka-san. They're very like John Doe names. Honda-san ni mezurashi presento. Mezurashi we went over is already rare. Unusual. Presento is present. O katte agata. So Honda-san ni mezurashi presento o katte agamashita, I think is how it would be said.
本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。
買ってあげた。本田さんに Is it Honda-san or Honda-san?
本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。Honda? So it's down up. 本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。 本田さんに珍しいプレゼントを買ってあげた。
Whatever, I pressed I and then he just spoke. If I click outside and press I. Nope. Okay, whatever. Be that way. I bought Mr. Honda a rare present. There. I bought an unusual present from Miss. Hey, I didn't. You weren't clear what gender this Honda person was. There is none. Yeah. There's no gender specificity in this sentence. I guess it's just part of the lore, the story of Duolingo. 家まで車で送ってあげるよ。家まで車で送ってあげるよ。送ってあげるよ。送ってあげるよ。車で送ってあげるよ。車で送ってあげるよ。車で送ってあげるよ。家まで車で送ってあげるよ。家まで車で送ってあげるよ。家まで車で送ってあげるよ。家まで車で送ってあげるよ。家まで車で送ってあげるよ。And when I'm practicing, you guys feel free to practice on your own too. If you guys aren't embarrassed to say it out loud, I highly encourage you guys to practice out loud with me, because that really enhances your learning experience, I feel. If you never practice and use the words you learn, you'll never essentially get better at saying it, right? You gotta practice, otherwise you don't progress in making the right mouth shapes to be able to use the words you learn and you have in your head. Your tongue won't be able to articulate the special sounds that need to come out to have a conversation with a Japanese speaker. 家まで車で送ってあげるよ。So 家 is house. Made means to, like destination. So all the way to your house. Kurumade means by car. Okutte means to see you off, or to accompany you to. Ageru is again do you a favor here. So this person's basically offering to drive me home by car. I'll drive you home. I'll drive you home. I think it's the simplest way that I can put this sentence. I will drive you home. I can drive you home.
Ageru, I can, I will. It's not gonna be will. This is not a demand. I can drive you home. Ageru, okutte, I'll drive you home. 150 likes on the wow, that's the most liked video I've had. Thanks for the stats update today. You're really on top of that video. That's interesting. Thank you though. Thank you for keeping tabs on it. I don't know if I need like that frequent tabs on it though. Maybe like once a day is good enough. Even though it's really exciting to know that the numbers are still continuing to rise. Well, NP, thanks. I can drive you. What does it want me to do? Let me.
車で送ってあげるよ。
I will give you a lift. Okay, it does want me to use the word will. I'll drive you home. I'll give you a lift home. Yeah, same meaning. Oh, it's one of these ones. I haven't seen these ones today yet. What is this? I don't know what this word is. Maybe I should know. But I can't remember what it is. This one is tori. No, it's not tori. It's odori. Because I was looking at
Odori?
Odori. Okay, I can't quite remember what. I know the conjugation. Odoru. To dance. Okay. That's what I was guessing. I wasn't 100% sure though. Odoru. Also to jump. With a different kind of kanji. Very similar, but different. Odoru aho ni miru aho. Huh? You're a fool if you dance, and a fool if you just look on. We're all fools, so let's dance. This is the first line of a song from the Awa Odori Festival. Huh. That's a tidbit that I didn't know about before. Odoru aho ni miru aho. So you can split this phrase into two. Odoru aho, dancing fools. Miru aho, watching fools. The fool is dancing, the fool is watching. You're a fool if you dance, you're a fool if you look. We're all fools, so just dance. I think that's just could be a phrase to like get people hyped up about dancing and not just to stand around, participate in dancing. It's an interesting phrase. Odoru. Shinji.
Shinji?
Wait, why is it not matching up?
Shinji? Odori?
Odori. Mezurashi is this one.
Mezurashi.
Naoshi. This is to fix. Naoshi.
Naoshi.
So this is dogu. Oh, okay. I know what. I have an inkling what dogu is. Dogu is tool. Dogu. Dogu. A tool. A utensil. Dogu. Furniture. Kagu. I don't know why that was a related item. Furniture. Dogu. 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 I want to know more about this word. Sonaeru. Tsubusa ni. Gu. Dogu. Utensils. Okay. I think I just have to memorize that. Do. I already knew how to guess. Like, it's usually do or to. By itself it means street. Michi. Dogu. Dogu. Dogu.
Dogu.
Oh no, I've been pronouncing it wrong. It's dogu. Not dogu. 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 Start slow. I was pronouncing high low, but it actually starts low high. Dogu. Mezurashi. I think this one's subarashi. Kurushi. This one's mezurashi. I don't know what this is. Let me check.
怪しい
Oh no, this is ayashi. What did I say earlier? Subarashi. This one's ayashi. Ayashi means suspicious. Kurushi means painful.
苦しい
Mezurashi is strange. I've never seen this word before.
厳しい
Kibishi. Okay, kibishi is tough.
苦しい
Is painful. Kibishi is tough.
珍
Anyways,
しい
mezurashi. Ayashi. Kurushi. Kibishi. Mezurashi.
プレゼントをありがとう
Presento arigato. This is what you say after you receive a present. Arigato means thank you. It's the informal form for thank you. If you want to say it politely, really politely to someone you respect, then you want to add it. You want to say arigato gozaimasu. That just means thank you very much. Arigato is just thanks, like you're saying it to your friend. You wouldn't say thanks informally to your boss, for example, or someone higher up than you at work. Presento is, of course, just presents. Presento or arigato. This person's just saying thank you for the present. And I would thank my fingers a lot if they could type thank you for the present.
たくさんプレゼントをもらいました
Oh, this person's gloating. Okay. Taksan means a lot of. Presento is presents. Moraimashita. Morau is to receive. Mashita is past tense. I received a lot of presents is what the sentence translates to. Taksan presento moraimashita. Taksan present. This is the one, okay, for the new people who showing up. One of the giveaways for a person, if you're trying to speak Japanese natively, if you're trying to learn how to speak Japanese natively, there are a lot of borrowed words in Japanese, like the word present, that straight up give you away that you don't speak native Japanese. Because here's the comparison. Kono present. Kono presento. The way you pronounce present will totally give you away. Will give away where you're from. Basically, it sounds too English if you say present. Kono present. Kono presento. You have to speak it in the way that a native Japanese speaker would say it. Unfortunately. For better or for worse, not unfortunately. For better or for worse, you have to say it the way the Japanese person would normally say it. If you want to have perfect Japanese accent, I guess. Or if you want to trick someone into thinking you're perfect Japanese. Takusan presento moraimashita. I received a lot of presents. Lol.
プレゼントをどうもありがと
Another word I know have been brought up in videos before, especially with Chris Broad, is basketball. The way you say basketball is basketball. Basketball. Right? If you say I play basketball, if you say basketball while speaking Japanese, it's totally giveaway, because that's like one of the words I think I would screw up on as well. Basketball. Presento. プレゼントをどうもありがとう。Oh, okay. He says thank you. どうもありがとう is like even. It's like between ありがとうございます I think and ありがとう。どうもありがとう is like
おどうもありがとう。
thank you very much. Okay.
プレゼント。
プレゼントをどうもありがとう。Excuse me. バスケットボール yeah. It's actually more like バスケットボールバスケットボールバスケットボール So you wanna hold your breath in between these syllables. バスケットボールバスケットThis syllable here is silent, so you don't say basuketto boru. It's more like a silent U here. If you know how to like say, if you've heard people say des before, you don't say desu unless you're like trying to be funny or something. But it's usually des. And there's a very special rule that I was taught recently actually from I think it's not from Dogen. It's from Yuta the what does he call himself? The Japanese guy? Yuta the Japanese guy? Yuta the Japanese man? Anyways, he also teaches Japanese enunciation. And the very good rule is basketball. Yeah, something like that. That's very accurate. There's a very clear rule with very few exceptions. If you pull up the kana sheet or the hiragana sheet, so you see how, let's starting from the K lines, right? Kakiku kekko. There's a similar G line here, kakiku kekko. And the only difference is that there are two dots. There are two dots. If there's one of these characters without dots sitting in between two other characters without dots, you skip the syllable. If one of these characters is followed by one of these characters with the two dots, you have to say the syllable. Basket, skit, boru. Yeah. I think that's the rule. I don't think I have it wrong. I think that's the rule that I was taught. Basketball. So ba is this one with the two dots. Su is this one. Ke is this one. So su comes before ke, which doesn't have the two dots. So that's why su has the U syllable drop. It just skit, just flows over skit. Basketball. What's another example? I can't think of another example. But there, if you read and like actually think about how you're enunciating Japanese, that is the kind of general rule to go by. Present. Okay, this one is an example. Presento. So let me open that chart thing again. Who is down here? Who? Le is the R syllables. Le. Zen. So like le is followed by a syllable with two dots. So that's why it's not this or it's whatever, right? So it's like le, ze, two distinct syllables. Hey Ariel, Konaru. Do you think having a good deep voice is bad or good? I don't think it's either.
I've been told my voice is kind of medium. It's neither very high or very low. Personally, I feel like deep voices are more attractive. That's just for men, for males anyways. I identify as a straight male, and I feel like deep voices for males are more attractive, and I feel like higher voices are more attractive for females. That's just the general thing I go by, but or the stereotypes I go by, but like, stereotypes aren't everything, and I just fall in the middle. I don't think it's good or bad. People have different voices, that's fine. And if you listen to like music and singers and stuff, if you guys ever listen to like pentatonics, they have vocal ranges from like low to high, and like it all just the melody. I mean, the harmonies that you can create from all different voices are awesome. So I think all voices are great. I don't think any pitch of voice is like more awesome than the other. I have a kind of deep voice, okay. Voice attractive, that doesn't add up. Having a deep voice doesn't matter of bad and good. You can have a good voice at whatever pitch. Well said, Ariel. People like voices damn nice too. I mean, I do like voices. I believe, a more sensitive hearing than other people, with my friends at the very least. Like, you know those mosquito noises they sometimes play at playgrounds to like keep adults away, or like keep teenagers away from like dark playgrounds? I hear those still, even as like 29 years old. These noises that I'm supposed to have lost my hearing for is still there. So, and whenever I play Apex, I always listen for noises, walking noises, footsteps, stuff like that. Whenever I'm walking out on the streets, I can hear a bicycle coming from behind me. I don't turn around and like look, but whenever I'm walking down the street, hanging out with my mom or whatever, I hear the bicycle coming. I don't turn around. I just grab my mom and like, hey, there's a bike coming. Let's move over to the side. And she just comes over to the side. I'm like, good. Whenever I'm crossing the street, I always visually check before I cross the street if there's a car coming, right? But I also auditorially check if there's a car coming. When I drive, before I shoulder check, I always use my ears to listen if there's a car beside me before I change lanes. Well, I use my ear, listen, is there a car beside me? I don't hear cars beside me. I'm gonna use my eyes, check. Okay, it seems safe. But if I use my ears, I hear a car beside me, I don't even bother shoulder checking. I just don't turn yet. Yeah, so I already know there's a car. That's kind of like my thing. I use my ears for movement as well as like other things. I use my ears a lot, even more than my eyes, I'd say. That's some really great hearing. Yeah. So I have pretty sensitive hearing, and I like a wide variety of voices, because they each strike like a different thing in me, I guess. Enjoyment. Yeah. Thank you for the present. This is pretty much the same thing. Present. Thank you very much for the present.
妻に高いダイヤモンドを買ってあげました。
Oh my god! 妻に高いダイヤモンドを買ってあげました。妻に高いダイヤモンドを買ってあげました。妻に高いダイヤモンドを買ってあげました。妻に高いダイヤモンドを買ってあげました。妻に高いダイヤモンドを買ってあげました。So why I exclaimed at the sentence, it basically translates to, I bought my wife an expensive diamond. Tsuma is wife. Takai is expensive again. It could also mean tall, but in this case, we're talking about a diamond. So there are no tall diamonds. It has to mean expensive diamonds. Diamondo. Oh, katte agemashita. I bought an expensive diamond for my wife, and it would be great if my hands could type properly.
ゼルダさんは本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。
ゼルダさん。
Zelda-san. Wow. We have a Zelda here. Zelda-san は本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。ゼルダさんは本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。ゼルダさんは本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。本田さんにプレゼント、本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。ゼルダさんは本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。ゼルダさんは本田さんにプレゼントを買ってあげました。Of course, Mario shows up early on. Was there Mario? There must have been. Yeah, there was. I do vaguely remember there was a Mario here. Anyways, Zelda-san. This what was a subject marker, so that this person is talking specifically about Zelda. What Honda-san ni? So Zelda-san did something to Honda-san. What did they do? プレゼントを買ってあげました。Bought a present. So this sentence translates to Zelda bought Honda a present. And Honda I know is a Mrs. now. Zelda, I don't know who this is. So I'm just gonna go with default Mr. Zelda. Bought Mrs. Honda a present. Oh, apparently Zelda is also... Why did I assume male? Zelda, the character, is female. Miss Zelda. Oh, I'm kind of dumb. One of the first few katakana lessons. Ah, I see. That would have been quite a long time ago. I remember when I first started this series, there was a Mario that showed up in it. But anyways. Oops, misgendered Zelda.
私が買ってあげましょう。
私が買ってあげましょう。私が買ってあげましょう。私が買ってあげましょう。私が買ってあげましょう。There's a new word here we haven't seen today. 私 you know is already I. 買って means to buy. あげます means to buy for someone, right? Now ましょう. Whenever you turn mas into masho means let's do it. Let's go ahead with doing it. Let's make the decision to do this, right? You're deciding on doing something. Together, anyways. You're deciding on doing something to do it together. Yeah. No. Yeah, whatever. You're deciding to do something together. 私が買ってあげましょう. Let's agree on me buying the present. Is what this translates to in really awkward English. I will buy the present. He's insisting that we should go with this decision that I buy the present. I will buy the present. There is no present in here. Why did I say present? I've been in present mode.
夫のために犬の散歩をしてあげました。
Oh, this is a new one. Otto is the opposite of tsuma, which is Otto is husband. 夫のために for the husbands に犬を散歩してあげました。Oh, this is just the same thing as that one, but you replace tsuma with 夫. So I walked the dog for my husband. The present isn't present. Yeah, for sure. Nice pun.
妹は音楽を勉強するためにドイツへ行った。
The present isn't present. I love a good pun. That's a pretty good pun. The present isn't present. Imoto is little sister. We had ane earlier, which is older sister. Imoto is little sister. は音楽を勉強するためにドイツへ行った。Okay. So 妹 what about the little sister? 音楽 is music. Oh, what did she do with the music? 勉強する is to study, just like what we're doing here. tameni, for the sake of. Tameni means for the sake of. For the sake of studying music, my sister ni doitsu e itta. Doitsu e itta. Itta means to go. Doitsu means Germany. So go to Germany. 妹は音楽を勉強するために For the sake of studying music, my little sister ドイツに行った went to Germany. She went to Germany for the sake of studying music. So the sentence translates to my little sister went to Germany for the sake, or I guess to study music is probably the best way to put it. There are many ways to say, there are many ways of skinning a cat is a phrase I learned from my manager at work, or my previous manager. He went and moved on to many bigger things. So my current manager is not the same guy, but my previous manager, he always said there are many ways to skin a cat. And that basically means that's an idiom to mean, you know, there are many ways to accomplish the same thing. And there are many ways to translate the sentence in English. But I feel like this is the most common one, but I still would like to check, because Duolingo be like Duolingo sometimes.
するために
In order to.
するために
To study, in order to. So, するために
いやドイツ
ドイツ
妹を勉強
I feel like I got this whole sentence. Yeah, my little sister went to Germany in order to study music. Yeah, same thing.
母に綺麗なプレゼントを買ってあげました
Time isn't present isn't present. Time isn't a gift. I don't get it. Oh, because when I translated that sentence, the word present didn't exist in that sentence, so I shouldn't have put it there. It wasn't present in the sentence. The word present wasn't present in that sentence. You got it the other way around. The gift wasn't in. The gift didn't exist. Is what Ariel was saying. The word gift did not exist. Present wasn't present. 母に綺麗なプレゼントを買ってあげました。母に綺麗なプレゼントを買ってあげました。母に綺麗なプレゼント。I cannot say present anymore. 母に綺麗なプレゼントを買ってあげました。母に綺麗なプレゼントを買ってあげました。綺麗なプレゼント、綺麗なプレゼント、綺麗なプレゼント、綺麗なプレゼント、綺麗なプレゼント、母に綺麗なプレゼントを買ってあげました。母 is mother. 綺麗なプレゼント。綺麗 means pretty or beautiful. Present is present. 買ってあげました is to buy or bought for. So subject is left out again. We can assume this person is talking about their own mother. I and themselves bought a pretty present for my mother. Doesn't necessarily have to be my mother. It has to be my mother, because the way you say, when you say haha, it's automatic. That's the only person allowed to call their mother haha is the person who's born from the mother. So, my mother. But if you're talking to your siblings, you wouldn't use haha. Haha is the formal word to call your mother when you're talking about your own mother. Yes, specifically that. This person is formally talking about their own mother to me. I bought a pretty present for my mother. If you're talking about your mother to your own siblings, you probably wouldn't use haha. You'd probably use okasan. Probably. Wait, what? I know, confusing, right? Okay, let me outline like different ways you can say haha. I mean, mother. In fact, I'll just type mother in here and see how many pop up. Hahaoya, okasan, haha, kasan, ohaha-sama, oh no, okasama, haha-naru, oh, mother nature, that's not it. Maza, that's not it. Oya, and oya is both parents. Obo, archaic. What is this? Oto? Ohu, ohu. Wow. I've never heard of anyone saying these two words before. Abo. But I do call my mother this in Chinese. Ama. I do call my mother this in Chinese. So I can see that you wouldn't use this word in Chinese. You would say aba. Haha no inu. Oh, mikoto. Haha no mikoto. Wow. Hahaue. You've probably seen this in anime before. Hahaue. Omotochi. Omotochi. I've never heard of these different ways to say mother before. But anyways, all of these have different situations where you would use. When you use haha, you're being very formal, using formal language, formal humble language. Okasan is like neutral, still respectful. Kasan is just you drop the o, it becomes less respectful. Aba means mother. No. Aba is father. Ama is this one. It says apo in here. Apo. In Chinese, let me just go to translate here. Switch to my Chinese keyboard. Aba. Not that one. This one. Aba is what is this? Can I fix this? Can I fix this? What's a Chinese? What is this? Achinese? Hold on, I speak Cantonese. Mandarin I don't really want to translate for. I don't feel like I have enough mastery over Mandarin. But I'll add Japanese in here too, I suppose. Wait. English to Cantonese. English. Where's Cantonese? Oh, right. Whatever. Appa is father. Ama is mother. Why is it grandma? Hold on. Why is it grandma? That's incorrect. What? Wait. What? How's my keyboard working? It's not working. What? That's not right. This reads Ama. Amma is grandmother. This is grandma. Well, it depends. Apo is grandma on your mother's side. Amma is grandma on your father's side. Amma is, you see, ma is mother. Ma is grandmother. But I don't remember how to write it. Hold on. Oh, Nai. I guess you could use Nai too for your father's grandmother, or for your father's. Grandma didn't stop talking. Or you could use Nai for like grandmother too. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that. Amma's mother. Don't listen to Google. Goodbye, Google. You suck. Google is not right. Oh jeez. Okay. Let's take a few steps back. Reverse. Haha ni. Kireina. Pretty present from my mother. Okay. Rewind. Back to the lesson. Back to the lesson. Let me switch back to my English keyboard. Went down the wrong rabbit hole. Ane ni hana wo katte agemashita. I bought a flower for my older sister. I got this wrong earlier because I wrote I bought and gave. But I'm smarter. I bought a flower for my sister. They don't want a transliteration here. They want a translation.
私が買ってあげましょう。
私が買ってあげましょう. I got this wrong earlier. I will buy it for you. They didn't say present. I wrote present. Present isn't present. Today's present isn't present. The word present is not present, is what Ariel was saying. Alright, I'm done this lesson. What is a lingo? Whatever. Is it promoting gambling? Okay, no gambling. Gambling is bad. I mean, gambling is okay to a certain degree. I've won from a casino before, but I usually play one game, win, and then I leave. That's my luck. Just like my gacha luck in Genshin last week. Present isn't gift. Hail. Oh hi, I am late, just woke up. No worries, Mio. Sleep is important. I do condone proper sleep. Do as I say, not as I do, because I didn't get proper sleep last night. I slept at 5 and woke at 11:30. Hi, Mio. Yeah, proper sleep is good. You need proper sleep to have a good memory, to feel refreshed for the next day, have enough energy to get through your next day. You need sleep so yeah, your body has time to repair all the muscles and make them stronger, right? So it's very important. I woke like at 5 a.m. and then went back to sleep. Fair enough. If I woke up at 5 a.m., I most likely will go back to sleep as well, because it's not my time to go to work yet. Yeah. 5 a.m. it feels too early, because I go to sleep at like sometimes at 4 a.m. Alright. Let's see. I've been streaming for about 2 hours. I'll probably do another lesson or two and then see how I feel again. Kado, Kazu, Senshu. Which one is Kado? It is this one. Kazu, Senshu.
選手、
カード、
彼は飛べません。
彼は飛べません. Yes, I agree with the statement. Toberu is to fly. Kare is he. He cannot fly. I agree. I don't think people have the ability to fly.
卵は食べられません。
Tamago wa taberaremasen. Whoa, this is a good conjugation to dissect. Tamago is egg. Okay. Tamago wa taberaremasen. Taberu means to eat. Taberareru is the ability to eat. Taberareru. Taberaremasen. Taberaremasu is the formal version of to eat or able to eat. Taberaremasen is the formal version of unable to eat, so cannot eat. So what this person is saying is that they cannot eat eggs. So I mean, you could probably say that they're not. It's not that they don't want to eat eggs, because they would say tamago tabemasen, not tabemasen. They wouldn't use the rareru conjugation form of taberu. They would just say I just don't eat eggs. But they're doing taberaremasen, which is extra syllables, meaning that they actually don't have the ability to eat eggs. So I'm gonna make the assumption here, and they're saying that they're allergic to eggs. Maybe they're not allergic, maybe they just can't stand the texture of eggs or something like that, but something about the eggs makes them unable to eat it. They actually cannot eat the eggs. I'm assuming, there's no subject. I'm assuming that this person is talking about themselves. So I cannot eat eggs is as simple as this gets. Yeah. 食べられません。
彼女の鳥は飛べない。
彼女の鳥は飛べない。彼女 means her. It is also the word for girlfriend. But I'm just gonna assume that this person, I'm not gonna make any assumptions that this person is talking about their girlfriend. I'm just talking about they're just using the pronoun for her. 彼女の鳥 is bird. What? 飛べません. So earlier, 飛べない. Earlier we had this word means cannot fly. So her bird cannot fly is what this sentence means. Her bird cannot fly. If he had not said, or if this person had not said 彼女の, if these first three words were not in the sentence, if this person said 鳥は飛べない, I would have assumed he would say just birds don't fly. That wasn't the point I was trying to make. I would probably try to assume that his bird cannot fly. Or it could be a possibility that he's talking about his bird.
ジョンさんはお箸が使えない。
鳥は飛べません is probably the bad example to choose from. ジョンさんは or what is this? 使えない. I don't know this kanji. Is this 辞書?
ジョンさんはお箸が使えない。
Oh, お箸. お箸. I know this word. お箸. Hashi. This is the example I gave at the beginning of the stream. Hashi. It's chopsticks. Fun tidbit. The two bits on the top here, it's called the bamboo radical. Because chopsticks are made of bamboo. The word chopsticks actually includes bamboo in the word itself. Hashi. Hashi. So now if you pronounce this incorrectly, John-san wa hashi o tsukaenai, you would say John cannot use bridges, which makes no sense at all. John-san wa hashi o tsukaenai. John-san wa hashi o tsukaenai. Hashi, hashi. I don't know if you can hear the difference. It's pretty clear to me. John cannot use chopsticks. Girlfriend cannot fly. I mean, also true. I don't know what that means, but I don't have a girlfriend, so I mean, if I did, if you did, I can only assume that they don't fly. John-san wa hashi o tsukaenai. John, where am I typing? Oh my goodness. Mr. John, actually, John-san. Mr. John cannot use chopsticks. Tsukaenai Skao means to use. Skaenai is not use, not able to use. So cannot use.
牛乳が飲めません。
Gyunyu ga nomemasen. Okay, that's a pretty common one. I actually can't do this either. Gyunyu is milk. Specifically, gyunyu is cow's milk. If you want to say goat's milk, it'd be something else. Gyunyu ga nomemasen. Nomeru is the word to drink. Specifically, drink liquids. It's also a verb used to consume medicine. So if you're eating a tablet or something, taking Tylenol or Advil or something, you also use nomeru or nomu, basically. Nomeru means to be able to drink. Nomemasen is the negative of this, so cannot drink. So this person is saying that they cannot drink cow's milk. You too? Yeah, I'm lactose. I wouldn't say I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm definitely lactose sensitive. Because, and this is why, I tested this on myself. If I drink a little bit of milk, everything is fine. If I drink a full 250 mils, a glass of milk, then all hell breaks loose. Right? I'm in the bathroom. Right? I get a tummy ache. I'm in the bathroom. But if I drink just a tiny bit, also I can eat ice cream, just a bit of ice cream with no problem. I know the biology behind this, I won't get into it too much, but basically you're lacking, as you get older, your body produces less of the enzyme lactase, which breaks down the lactose in the milk. The lactose is a milk protein. And you have this as a baby because, you drink your mother's milk, you gotta break down the proteins for, not the proteins, sorry, the sugar. Lactose is a sugar, it's not a protein, sorry. Lactase is a protein, an enzyme, that breaks down the sugar lactose in milk, the milk sugar, so that you have energy as a baby, right? As you get older, humans, traditionally, evolutionarily, would stop drinking their mother's milk. They would, historically humans didn't drink cow's milk until they figured it out. Like, hey, let's drink milk from like a different animal instead of our mother. And that's why some humans have kept around the lactase gene function as they get older. But I'm one of the people who, as I got older, I just don't make the lactase enzyme anymore. I don't produce it in my body. There are several fixes. You can get the lactase pill. You just gobble a few and then you should be fine for the next meal or so. How do you get lactose intolerant? It's just humans aren't evolutionarily meant to continue drinking milk when they become an adult. So as you become an adult, your body naturally shuts down the process to generate lactase enzyme. And so when you drink the milk into your body, typically once it gets to your intestines, the lactase enzymes secreted there will attack the lactose molecules and break them down into simple sugars that your intestines can then absorb into your bloodstream, and then that goes to your cells and whatever, right? But because you have less lactase in your body, or none at all, the lactose in the milk ends up going straight down into your large intestine as a full lactose molecule, and there the bacteria, the gut bacteria in your intestines, they go crazy. They start nomming on the lactose, like, oh my god, this is an all-you-can-eat buffet. And you know what bacteria do when they eat stuff? They make bacteria farts, and they release a lot of gas. So that's why you get all poopy when you become lactose intolerant, and it just comes out. Sorry for the graphics, but anyways, you just witnessed me geek out, because a lot of you new viewers probably don't know. A lot of you old viewers probably already know. I majored in biology. being lactose intolerant is sad. I suppose, yeah. There's a lot of foods that include dairy that I have to cut out of my diet. I can't have too much milk. Cheese is still okay for me though, because enough when you process cheese, the process of making cheese already breaks down, of most cheeses anyways. Some cheeses don't, but the process of making a lot of cheeses already breaks down the lactose molecule for you, or the majority of it. And being lactose sensitive, there's a small enough amount of lactose left in the cheese that I can eat it. Not everyone is that lucky. Some people who are completely lactose intolerant will be super hypersensitive to any bit of lactose in any food product, and they will get the runs if they consume any of it. So I'm lucky that I can still consume cheese. Cheese is like one of my favorite foods. I love putting cheese into burgers, pasta, I don't know, you name it. The grilled cheese sandwich, I love it. You know a lot, Larse. You're so intelligent. I would say my knowledge of biology is pretty good because I did major in it, right? I majored specifically in genetics. Not majored specifically. I majored in biology with the specific focus in genetics. So I studied a lot of DNA. I also had a really good neuroscience teacher, so I studied a lot about neuroscience. What else did I focus on? I know a specific plant hormone. I wrote a poem once. Maybe I'll post it on Twitter one day. The night before my final exam for plant biology, I knew there was going to be, or I was inspired by like one of the units I was studying about this specific plant hormone. Specifically, the hormone that causes a tree or like a bush to create flowers. You know how plants make flowers in the spring or like summer or whatever, right? I studied the hormone that makes flowers, or like tells the plant, now is the time to make a flower. Stop making leaves, make flowers now. I studied that hormone. Smart guy, thank you. Thank you, Ariel. You still know enough about a lot of different things to look good. I mean, I tried. I wouldn't call myself smart. I know there are like lots of other smarter people, like especially the channels on YouTube called like Veritasium. Who's that guy? Michael Vsauce, the Vsauce Michael. He's a very smart guy. Dr. Mike, he's a very smart guy. Dr. K, he's a very smart guy. There are lots of smart guys on YouTube. Cody's Lab, that guy's a smart guy. What made you interested in biology? I always liked studying about the human body, even from a young age. So my grandfather is a doctor. He's still practicing actually. He's in his 90s, but he still has his own office and practice. He sees patients every day. Anyways, I remember my older cousin asked me when I was really young, like this is before I was even 5 years old, I think. My cousin asked me, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And this is like a typical question you ask a kid, and I said I want to be a doctor. So knowing that, my grandfather and my cousin started feeding me all these like books about human body and like human anatomy. And I guess it just got me interested. I was always flipping through pages about human body, reproductive system, digestive system, circulatory system, skeletal systems. I was just learning and absorbing all this knowledge, and I got interested in biology. I didn't really pursue it too much as a kid. I rediscovered my passion for biology in grade 11, grade 12. I had a really passionate biology teacher, and I rediscovered my love for biology. And yeah, I decided, hey, I want to know more. I want to study more. So I went and got a 4-year degree in biology. But of course, after coming out of biology, one of the sad things about or sad realities about biology. So I have to warn you, if I've inspired any of you to go into biology, or you guys are planning to go in biology, it's a tough road. It is a memorization heavy major. Not because like the whole field is about memorization. It's because we've come so far already in the field of biology that you, as a new human in the field, you have to relearn everything that human history has already discovered about biology to get to the present. And there's so many things, like there are so many fields in biology, neuroscience, I just had a brain fart, but there are so many different branches of science and biology that they try to teach you everything at the same time. That's why it's tough. But not only that, that's not the toughest part. The toughest part is after you graduate with a biology, with a major in biology, is that there are two routes I discovered after you graduate. A is to become a lab technician, or three routes, I guess. Two routes. Let's say two routes. You come out and you find a job as a lab technician, get paid, I don't know, close to minimum wage. It's not that. There's lots of lab technicians. So you're basically a lab monkey holding test tubes, pouring test tubes into other test tubes. Anybody can do that. It's just that the instructions you follow are more complicated and more specialized. So I didn't want to go do that. The other option was to study more biology or to go to med school. And med school wasn't my thing. I know I had a dream to be a doctor when I was young, but I know med school is a tough thing to do, even though it's a very rewarding job to do. I didn't think I had what it takes to do med school. I didn't have the grades to do med school either. And the last option is also continue studying to do a master's degree and a PhD. And neither of those I wanted, because at that point in my life, I was very poor. I needed to go work right away. So I'm going to be doing engineering. Good luck, Sudeas. Engineering is a difficult field as well. Again, it's a very, very extensively studied field and a very broad field. So there's a lot to catch up to before you get to present world. You have to start from the basics and work yourself up to the most advanced engineering there is. So engineering is definitely a tough thing to do. Good luck though. If you want to do engineering, go for it. Our world definitely needs smart and bright minds, smart and bright people like you who can bring new ideas to the world of engineering. The more minds that work on it, the better. No. You guys contribute hugely to our infrastructure in the world today. Yeah. So, props to you for studying choosing engineering. Oh yeah, we're talking about milk. I went from milk to biology and then, yeah. Wow, okay. That was a big tangent. Not that I mind though. Because I like talking about stuff. And you guys get to know more about me at the same time. Gyunyu ga nomemasen. I cannot drink milk.
お酒が飲めない。
Osake ga nomenai. Basically the same thing as the previous question, but replace milk with alcohol, osake. Sake is like a specific alcohol in Japan, but all generic alcohol is also called sake. So
お酒
osake. So it could be alcohol, it could be specifically the Japanese rice wine that they call sake. I cannot drink alcohol. I think this Duolingo will probably accept both as the correct answer, but generally, this alcohol. Wait. Yo, my fingers. My hands. I don't know. Okay, I'll give you this one.
漢字は書けますか？
Kanji wa kakemasu ka? Kanji. This is the word for kanji. The kanji word for kanji is kanji. This is the word for like the Chinese characters writing system they have in Japan. Kanji wa kakemasu ka? This word is to write in Japanese, which is another one I have to tell you. Kaku. This word means to write, right, in Japanese. But let me grab a Google Translate from Chinese to English and tell you what kaku means. In Chinese, it means book. This is the word shu in Chinese. So imagine my confusion learning this kanji character in Japanese while already knowing this character in Chinese. The Japanese character for book in Japanese is this word, hon. Let me type it in actually, hon. Which is also, I don't think this directly translates to book in English. I think this translation is incorrect. This character is specifically the counter word for book. So if you have the word book, I guess you could specifically say this word this means, I'm gonna write this too. Oops. Damn it. Let me switch to Chinese. Okay. What? The word by itself doesn't mean very much in Chinese until you surround it with book and a number. It just literally means a book. If you type 2 here, or this is 2 books, right? It doesn't, this character doesn't make sense by itself. Also, what the hell was that? R. What the heck is Niben? What the heck is this translation? This is incorrect as well. Urban. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. My Chinese is rusty. 两本. I was just using the wrong counter word for 2. 两本. 2 books. 两本书. Sure, I'll use this is the other way we write book in Chinese because the other one is too complicated. This is also book. These two words are the same. One is simplified Chinese, the other one is traditional Chinese. So this one was too much effort to write, so we write it this way now. Some specific parts of the world still write it this way though, in some countries. They're both books though. If you want to learn Chinese, just learn the easy way, because most people know how to read this way in the world. It's so much easier to read. I prefer writing this way, but I do know how to write it this way as well. But yeah, imagine my confusion when I was trying to learn this word. Oh, let me teach you how to write the word write in Chinese. 写. This is the word to write. And then let me oh, okay. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. So imagine my confusion when I'm learning this word too, because this is to write in Chinese. When you switch to Japanese, it's copy. My goodness, like I get so confused when I'm learning kanji in Japanese, but like once I learn it, of course it's easy. But you know, if you know Chinese already and you're learning Japanese, or if you know Japanese and you want to learn Chinese, be careful of these things. Things to watch out for. They'll throw you in for a bit of a loop. Going to bed. Thank you for joining me, Pong Kennedy. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. Why did I say that twice? Thank you for coming. I hope to see you again. I hope you make it to. So on Wednesday, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna try to stream my 200 celebration. Friday is the Jempai collab, and then next Sunday will be Probably wanikani. Yeah. Oh my god. I just switched to Chinese mode. I was like, Hanzi. This is pronounced Hanzi in Chinese. Kanji wa kakemasu ka? Can you write kanji? Oops, still in Chinese mode. Kanji. Can you write? Oh my god. When you have too many languages in your head and you're just like, which one am I supposed to use? This is what I'm experiencing right now. Can you write kanji?
日本料理を作れますか？
日本料理を作れますか？日本 is Japan. 日本料理 This is a hard word for me to say. 料理を作れますか？料理 is cuisine. Can you Japanese cuisine, basically Japanese food. 作れますか？作れる is to make. 作る is to make. 作れる is can make. 作れますか is are you able to make. So are you able to cook, basically? Make Japanese food. That's basically what it's asking. This word is hard for me. Ryori. I know how to. I know. Ryori. This is. We also use this in Chinese. Let me just copy this. Let me just copy this. Cooking Chinese. This 料理 It's very similar. 料理 In Cantonese it's liu lei. So this was one of the exceptionally easy words for me to learn, because it sounds the same in all three languages, or all three spoken languages, for Cantonese, Mandarin, and Japanese. Butaniku is pork. Buta is pig. Niku is meat. So meat of a pig, pork. Taberu is to eat. Taberareru is the ability to eat. Taberarenai is the inability to eat. And yo is just the exclamation mark. Butaniku ga taberarenai yo is I cannot eat pork. Exclamation mark, or you know.
ケーキを作れるよ。
ケーキを作れるよ。ケーキを作れるよ。作る again is to make. Keiki is just the word for cake. And he is talking about himself. I can make a cake. I can bake a cake. I don't think they really, Japanese doesn't really make a difference, or there's no difference between bake and make and cook. It's just I can make it. I can make a cake. I can make a cake. Wow. I'm glad Duolingo accepted. このペンはよく書ける。このペンはよく書ける。この is this, pen is pen. はよく means often. It's the adjective for often. Kakeru is to write. このペンはよく書ける。I'm assuming this person's talking about themselves. I often write with this pen. I think it's このペンはよく書ける。No! I chose the wrong definition of yoku. I forgot that it also means does something well. I think if I translate my English here to Japanese, it would probably be different. 私はよくこのペンを使う would probably be the way I say this. 私はよくこのペンを使う。使う as in like the word to use. 使う I often use this pen, and like it's obvious what you use a pen for. You use it to write. I mean, unless you use it to stab something, but yeah, that aside, that's not common. So think horses, not zebras. It's another phrase I learned from work. Basically, yes, you can use a pen to stab, but you know what the more common is? To write with it. So if you hear hooves, horses are more common, so think horses, not
電
zebras.
話が使えません。
電話が使えません。電話 is telephone が使えません。Fun fact, 電話 is also the word for telephone in Chinese. 電話 or 電話 is Cantonese. 電話 It's even closer. Cantonese is even closer. 電話 telephone 使えません。I cannot use the telephone. I don't know why. Maybe he's in a no telephone area or no reception
この
area.
本はよく書けている。
この本はよく書けている。Okay, I need to think about this use of 書け or よく sorry. この本はよく書けている。書く means to write. この本 is this book. よく is either you do it well or you do it often. So I often write this book. I write this book well. I often write in this book. I write this book well. The other one doesn't make sense. I think it's probably looking for the word often. Let me just mouse
よ
over
く
it nicely, frequently. Let me see if often works. I often write in this book. Ah. Oh no. Darn it. Okay, these are okay. I'm discovering the limits of my Japanese right now. I need to hammer these phrases into my head, or at least this form of phrasing into my head, because I don't think I've had enough exposure. Again, I was talking at the beginning of the stream. If you hit a wall, you probably need to up your exposure to Japanese to discover new things that you can learn about. And I'm discovering a new thing that I thought, like, based on my previous knowledge of Japanese, I thought I knew how to translate this sentence, but I just translated it completely incorrectly. この本はよく書けている。書けている。This person isn't talking about themselves. They're not talking about themselves writing this book. They're talking about this book being written well by the author. But the author's left out. And that's why I was confused, because I thought the whole sentence was, the subject of the sentence was the person speaking it. And that's what my knowledge, that's the limit of my Japanese knowledge thus far. この本はよく書けている。I don't know the formula for this. Like I I just need to see the sentence more. And then my brain will one day click and go like, this is how you translate the sentence. I just have to take this loss and like and continue to build and see. I need to read more books. I need to experience the sentence more. I need to get more experience with the
こ
sentence.
の飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。
この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。飛べる、飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。飛べる、飛べる。この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。Okay, let me give myself a break here because I'm not making progress with saying that. この飛行機 this plane はドイツへ to Germany 飛べる fly. This plane flies to Germany is what the sentence says. この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる. See, just give yourself a bit of a break and wow, magic, profit. この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる. Perfect. I know context matters, but often doesn't mean well all the time. Some people suck at things they've done for a long time, for sure. Also, you know, sometimes you do things for a long time and you get stuck into the same pattern. I've definitely noticed this with myself at my workplace. When I'm teaching new interns at my workplace, I see like problem A, and of the 10 times that I've seen problem A, all 10 times I've applied solution B, and it's worked. Until the moment I teach this intern, problem A comes up. Intern says, I would like to try my hand at solving problem A. I'm like, go ahead, learn it. And they say, I got stuck. I'm like, have you tried solution B? And they say, oh, interesting. And they try solution B, and of course it doesn't work. And then I've just like made a fool of myself. I'm like, what? Why does it work? And then the student says, how about solution C? And then it works. And I'm like, oh my god, I just got one up by an intern. Not like my pride is on the line. I'm not proud of this stuff. Like, I don't take pride in knowing the answers, even though I sometimes do. But my brain has honed in on, or has gotten so used to solution B being the solution for problem A that it automatically jumps there, and I skip all the steps of troubleshooting. I just go problem A, solution B, problem A, solution B, problem A, solution B. I don't go like problem A, okay, let's diagnose the problem, let's work through the problem, let's give a proper solution based on the diagnoses. Right? That's a common fallacy that I think a lot of people can fall into. And you know, some people, that's why hence some people suck at things they've done for a long time. I've done IT for a long time, and you know, from time to time I catch myself be like, oh, I'm wrong, and that's fine. My knowledge is just I've fallen into like a pitfall that also, what the heck? Toben can fly to Germany. Oh, okay. Tobu is to fly. Toberu is can fly. Toberaru is like the passive can fly. Oh my god. Japanese conjugation screwing me up. See? I fall into pit hole here too. This plane can fly to Germany. Not fly to Germany.
魚が食べられますか?
It wasn't certain that it would fly to Germany. It was like kind of like up in the air. It can, or it can fly to France, or it can fly to Italy. Sure, okay. 魚が食べられますか? 魚が食べられますか? This person is asking me if I can eat fish. Can you eat fish? 魚 is fish. 食 Taberu is to eat. Taberaremasu ka is can you eat? I had a much better time conjugating in Spanish. See, interesting. I don't know. I've never studied Spanish before. I know a few words here and there from media. But I don't know Spanish specifically. I don't know any conjugation, but okay. I don't know. Is conjugating in Spanish harder than conjugating in Japanese? Or is it similar? Or is it harder?
お酒は飲めない。
What is it like? お酒は飲めないんです. Oh, this is a conjugation you guys haven't seen yet. お酒 you've seen is it is alcohol. 飲む is to drink. 飲める is can drink. 飲めない is cannot drink. And then there's this です. So if you wanted to convert this to formal tense, you say 飲めません, which is formal for I can't drink. 飲めない is the most informal way of saying I cannot drink. You could also say 飲めないです, which is a neutral way, not too formal, not too informal way of saying I cannot drink. And then there's like this that they stuck in here. Well, look at Duolingo. They've actually explained this. It is an emphasis marker. This person wants to emphasize the phrase, I can't drink alcohol. Do you understand? I cannot drink it. Right? Instead of saying, oh, I can't drink alcohol. This person's saying, I can't drink alcohol. Probably because the other person asked them several times, or the other person asked them for a specific reason why they can't drink alcohol. This person's emphasizing, I can't drink alcohol. Do you not understand? not that emphasizing, but this is an interesting one that I learned specifically at some point too. お酒が飲めないんです. I cannot drink alcohol, but Amazing.
カードで払います。
カードで払います. Okay, I don't recognize the kanji, but I do recognize the sentence. カード means card. 払います means to pay, or to pay off a debt, to pay off a bill, to pay for something. So obviously card here doesn't mean playing card, it means your credit card. カードで払います. I'll pay by card. I will pay by card. カードで払います.
何を作れますか?
何を作れますか? 何を作れますか? What can you make?
すみません、カードは使えますか?
すみません. すみません is a pretty common word. It means excuse me or sorry. Or if you're American, you say sorry. Sorry. カードは使えますか? Card it again means credit card here. 使えますか means can I use, right? Can I use my card here? Excuse me, can I use the card? Can you use my credit card here? Excuse me. If you can excuse my typing skills, excuse me. Can I use my card here? Can I use my card? I feel like the more words I add, the higher chance Duolingo is going to mark me incorrect. So the shortest sentence possible, given what I have to work with. Excuse me, すみません. カードは使えますか? Can I use my card? I think it's the simplest way I can put this. Yeah. Can I use a card? Sure. I mean, sure. Can I use a card? Okay. Turns around. Hey, sir, can I borrow your credit card? I need to use a card. Here's a credit card. It's not mine, but here's a credit card that I just jacked from the guy behind me in line.
お酒が飲めない。
I feel like you have to be kind of specific here. It has, obviously it has to be my card, right? I'm not just gonna jack a card from somebody. お酒が飲めない。I can't drink alcohol, which is untrue for me. I'm a fairly good drinker, fairly strong drinker.
日本料理を作れますか？
日本料理を作れます。Oh, I got this one wrong earlier. Can you make Japanese food? Japanese good. Yes, I wish I was Japanese good. Can you make Japanese food? I feel like, yes, can you make Japanese food? I wrote, can you cook Japanese food earlier? I think I got it wrong. Can you make Japanese cooking? Can you cook Japanese cuisine? I forgot what I wrote earlier that made it wrong.
このペンはよく書ける。
このペンはよく書ける is not I often use this pen. It is this pen writes really well. This pen writes well. はこのペンはよく書けるこのペンはよく書ける I need to commit this phrase, the specific phrase, to memory. Because it's very special. I feel like it's very special. I should commit this. このペンはよく書ける I hope. I need to write this down. Okay, I'm going to put this in my notepad actually, so that every time I open my notepad, it'll show up. Let me type this in my notepad. このペンはよく書ける Let me just double check the spelling here. Yeah. And this means this pen writes well. Okay. I'm making a note in my notepad. And then there's the book
こ
one
の
too,
本はよく書けている。
as it comes up. この本はよく書ける This means the book was written well. This is also a very special phrase, I think. This book is written well. Okay, I'm just gonna, well. I'm just gonna copy this so I don't have to type it out again later. Let me put this also in my notepad. この本はよく書ける Get this in my notepad now. Okay. This is a very special phrase that I need to also commit to memory. この本はよく書けるこの本はよく書けるこの本はよく書けるこの本はよく書ける Should be good enough for now. I'll review it again tomorrow.
この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる。
Oh, I got some wrong too. この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる I wrote this plane flies to Germany. That's incorrect. The more correct translation would be this plane can fly to Germany. It might not necessarily mean it is going to fly to Germany, but it has the ability. この飛行機はドイツへ飛べる Oh, and then there's the end. All right. Okay, I spent roughly 3 hours. I want to say I spent roughly 3 hours practicing Japanese, but that's not entirely true because I spent like half the time talking to myself. I mean, talking to you guys, not talking to myself, but talking to you guys about myself, like my biology history. What else did I talk about? I completely forgot. I went on many tangents. I talked about lactose intolerance. I talked about my biology degree. What else did I talk about? Let me scroll up in history. Wow, there's a lot of comments today. Seems like a weird question to ask. The plane thing? Yeah, I don't know. Tangents are a good sign. Are they? I guess. I mean, the point of this stream is to relax while still having
to study Japanese, relax, chat, chill, all the above. So I think it's fine to go on tangents for these kind of streams. Let's see, I talked about basketball. I talked about I talked about the let's see, Zelda. I went on a lot of tangents about languages and drawing from my knowledge of like Chinese and mixing it with Japanese and English. I feel like that's a very unique thing that not a lot of people can talk about, the similarities between a lot of different languages. And my unique experience with learning Japanese, right? Because I have prior knowledge learning Chinese, I bring the perspective of learning Japanese to an English audience. Like what is confusing, what isn't confusing, what is really similar in both languages, what is really different in both languages. Yeah. From 265 to 280. What? Oh, what? Wait. Hold on, give me a moment to think here. I'm at 280 subs now. When I messaged, I was playing Genshin on Friday. That 190 tweet was on Friday, right? I did that at 7:30 on Friday, right? And then by midnight on Friday, not midnight, like 11:59 Friday, I mean, midnight Saturday, it was 200 when I ended my stream. It was actually like 1 a.m. Saturday. Yeah. It was 212. And then yesterday I looked at it. It was 230 something. And then you're telling me you told me at the beginning of the stream that it was 260 or 265 or something like that. And then now at the end of the stream, you're telling me it's 280? What? Bro, when is the 300 special? Oh, I need to do my 200 special first, guys. I can't jump to the 300 yet. I need to do it in sequential order. I promise. I said I would do a 200. Okay, I need to. Oh jeez. I'm gonna hit 300. I mean, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but like, I feel like I'm scared. It's scary. 2 days ago, I was 190. And based on the momentum, I don't want to brag and I don't want to get ahead of myself. But these are just the thoughts that's kind of surfacing in my head. I'm just telling you guys right now, as the thoughts are coming. I gained 90 subs over 2 days. Holy cow. Oh my god, I'm having trouble processing like all of this. It's just it's so fast. Oh my god, thank you so much, guys. Oh my god, my brain is having trouble computing this information. The brain cell cannot compute. It's weird thinking more and more people are watching you. Yeah, that's so. You know, when I made this channel, right? I knew like there was a chance that it wouldn't pick up, right? It could be a flop, you know. It could be a flop. This is my first time, making a VTuber channel. It's not it's my first real serious dive into streaming. I was on Twitch like maybe 12 years ago as a teenager, kind of like, oh, streaming, Twitch is kind of new. I like Skyrim. Here's Skyrim, and it did six times, and then I just kind of stopped. I'm like, oh, streaming's not my thing, and I stopped. And it wasn't until like recently that I was like, hey, VTubers, I love VTubers. I want to try this VTuber thing and go. I want to give this VTuber thing a go. I want to try streaming as a VTuber. And there's a chance that would be a flop. It would be a big flop. I would have wasted money on designing my model, getting it rigged, and all that. And at first, you know, when I first started streaming, it was I had small numbers, which is, you know, expected. Small channel, small numbers. Nobody knew my name yet. And, you know, it's only been, let's see, it debuted March 21st. And then, so, March, April, May, June, July, and it's only been a few weeks since July 22nd. So it hasn't even been 5 months. Yeah, VTubing is better than regular streaming. I agree. I love VTubers. I love watching VTubers way more than watching like just other streams. I understand like that's more of like a personal preference. Other people do prefer real face cam and real streaming as well. But for me personally, and this community as well, because that's what Mone does. Like it's the VTubing aspect of it, right? That's what brings us together. Even if you're a VTuber, you need to be entertaining to be watched. Oh, thank you. Are you? I'm hearing that you're indirectly telling me that I am entertaining because I'm growing and oh my god, I'm getting. I don't think you. I don't think. just put a loading signal in my brain right now. Doesn't require. Are you thigh? What? Doesn't require a face. Your character is technically your face, so no one expects you to show your face. Yes, your normally is more entertaining when you started than when you started, and you're already pretty good to begin with. Oh, thanks, Ariel. I really appreciate the compliment, and it's good to hear that I've improved since I started, because you know that's the whole point, right? I hope I've been improving. You know, I've been practicing streaming, right? I've been doing it like two times a week, and more recently 3 times a week. So with this much practice in, I hope I'm getting better. But yeah, I think you can see that my brain is failing to turn right now because my thoughts are all over the place right now. I can't organize them because of the information overload that you guys just gave me about like my sub count. So happy for me. Thank you, Ariel. Oh jeez. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if I can continue. Yeah, it's been like 3 hours. This is normally where I would probably end the stream anyways, and like with my brain going on overdrive right now, it's really. Oh jeez. As entertaining as it probably is watching me stutter and stammer on stream, it's probably best for me to like go take a break and organize my thought. You're very entertaining in my opinion. I have only been here for a little while, but still. Thank you so much, Jakes. Really appreciate the compliment as well. 300, don't get them go there, Sudeus. I'm trying to avoid it. You're just gonna make me more flustered than I already am. If you put these thoughts into my head, you should calm your head. Yeah, I need to. It doesn't help that my room is really hot right now because the weather has been like really hot. I also closed my window because of the incessant barking outside, so all the heat is from my PC is being trapped in my room as well. Yeah, my room doesn't have AC, by the way. So I have to suffer with this heat while I stream, which is fine. Like I can deal with the heat. I just drink more water. I'm also drinking more water because I talk more. But holy cow. Anyways, let me go over my announcements. I wrote in here to thank you guys in my notes for 200. Thank you all for 200. Let's not speak about the 300 yet, because I'm not there yet. Reality is I'm not there yet. Let's not think about it. Let's not speak about it. I want to be humble about it. Thank you guys for the 200 subs. Thank you guys for your support. I am blown away by the amount of support I've gotten these last couple weeks. I don't know what else to say. Just like thank you so much. Also for all the views on my videos that I've been getting recently. Thank you so much. Honestly, seriously, like from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Wednesday, I have in my notes here thinking about Genshin or possibly going back to Dust, because normally I do Genshin on Fridays, right? Like I've been doing the last couple weeks. And I was thinking of doing Dust on Wednesday or Genshin, because this Friday is going to be the collab with Jempai, right? So to get my Genshin fix in, I was thinking of shifting the Genshin to Wednesday. But you know what? It might be... Oh, jeez. More than likely, I'll be doing my... Not set in stone. I don't want to say it's set in stone, but I'm thinking of doing the 200 stream on Wednesday. It's looking like I need to push it up in my schedule. Yeah. Jempai and Naruse collab at 200 special? Perhaps. But like, I'll definitely talk about it. I think for sure the topic will come up when I do the collab with Jempai, but I also don't want to make the collab stream too much about celebrating me, because that would be a disservice to Jempai, right? When I hang out with Jempai, I want to make it a two-person experience, right? I don't want to just have the intention to focus on me. Last time, before I released my King cover, right? I did do a Minecraft stream on Jempai's server, right? Jempai's Minecraft server, and I invited Kuma, I invited Kechi, and the three of us were on the server and we were talking about King and all that. And that's fine, because I let them know beforehand, you know, I'd like to invite you to help me talk about King. That's fine. They understood what it was getting into it. But this time it's different. This time, Jempai invited me. She specifically wanted to do a drinking stream with me and a talking stream with me. So it would be a huge disservice to Jempai if I made it all about myself, right? I don't want to do that to her. And I want to be respectful of, you know, her, right? As a friend and as a fellow colleague in VTubing. So yeah, I'm probably going to dedicate a specific stream just for me to talk about, you know, everything that's happened so far. True, right? Yeah. So, oh my goodness. And then yeah, after the collab stream, the Sunday will probably be a Wanikani stream, similar to today, Japanese learning stream again. Yeah. So those are the things that are coming up down for this week. And just to reiterate, Wednesday I always stream at 8 p.m. PST. Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesday will kind of up in the air for now what I'm gonna do. Friday is gonna be the collab with Jempai, and Sunday is gonna be Wanikani. And thank you so much again for your continued support. I've been amazing, not gonna lie. Thank you so much. I'm glad you think that way. That gives me the motivation to continue doing these streams when you guys give me the encouragement right? Tell me that I'm getting better. Tell me that you're enjoying it. You guys tell me that you enjoy my voice, which I don't quite I mean, I understand the idea of enjoying someone's voice because I enjoy a lot of VTubers' voices too. I just don't get the idea of enjoying my voice, my own voice. But if you guys say so, then I guess I just have to accept it. I don't think anything, like I've tried telling people that I enjoy their voice too, and then they tell me that they don't get it. And I say, well, you saying that you don't get it doesn't change my mind, right? I'm just gonna say I like their voice. So if you turn the tables around, you guys are telling me you like my voice. I can tell you I don't get it, or I can tell you I hate my voice, which I don't. I don't hate my voice, but I used to feel kind of self-conscious about my voice, about how it's higher pitched than other males. But recently, after I started streaming, people have been telling me, yeah, I do have a great voice. They enjoy listening to my voice, and like, you know, maybe that's true. Actually, maybe I'm the only person who doesn't feel like I like my voice. And you know, if the general consensus is that they like my voice, then I guess that might be true. You have a great voice, thank you. And I'm not fishing for compliments or something. I'm just saying psychologically I don't understand. But logically I do understand your point of view. I mean, and I'd also like, this is like very meta thinking that I like to do sometimes. Like, I can tell you that I don't get that you like my voice, but that's not going to change your mind about what you like, right? You can say you like eating cereal. You like pouring cereal first and then pouring the milk, or you could say you like pouring milk and then the cereal after. And no matter what I say, you're probably not going to change it. You're probably just going to do what you're doing to do, right? I could be like ew to either one, and you're just still going to probably do what you do because that's the way you like doing it. Nothing I can say would change your mind unless because it doesn't harm anybody. Do you see where I'm coming from? Your voice matches with the character, thank you. I mean, I pretty much I designed my Naruse character based around myself. Like, I tried doing my best to put my real self onto a piece of paper, and then I sat down with my designer and I came up with all these thoughts. Sachi also had a hand in it. Like, Sachi and I, when we were developing our characters, she and I went back and forth. I want to add this design to Naru. What do you think? And then Sachi would do the same thing. Hey, I was thinking about adding this design to Sachi. What do you think? And I would go like, that's awesome. I love it. Or like sometimes on the rare occasion it would be like, I don't really think that works. Maybe try doing something a little different like this. And this kind of feedback and constructive criticism back and forth between me and Sachi before our debuts really helped us bring out this side of ourselves even better, or represents ourselves even better within our character designs. You're talented, thank you. You're the very model of an ENVtuber. Thank you so much, Ariel. I can sense more confidence in your voice than a while back. Oh, I say that is true. I can see that in myself as well. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I didn't really notice until you pointed it out just now, but now that you've made it obvious, I do think, you know, one of the things I could do for my celebration stream is to rewatch my debut. I know that's what a lot of VTubers do, so that could be one of the activities. Oops, you didn't hear that. I should have kept that to myself. That would spoil the surprise. Shh, you guys didn't hear that. Never happened. I was just talking to myself. Eat a bunch of cake. Eat a bunch of cake. Oh, then I have to order cake. I don't know. Is a cake worthy celebration? You know what I should do? Save it for 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, I think I should save the cake for something later, but I just had an idea for the Jempai collab. So Jempai has done, because she invited me to the collab, she offered to pay for all the alcohol. She bought all the alcohol. She asked me what I wanted. I said what I wanted, and she bought it. The very least I could do is pay for her dinner. So we're planning to buy some takeout and bring it to her house. I should at the very least pay for her dinner, and I have to ask her. But I do think she does like eating cake. For sure, she loves eating sweets. But cake may be a good thing to bring to her house. Hopefully she's not listening in right now, because that would totally ruin the surprise. I'm gonna have to ask her what kind of cake she likes too anyways, but... This is very good. I'm like ranting. No, it's not ranting, it's like interesting. I guess. Interesting? You're nice, thanks. You know, I try my best to reciprocate, you know, what my friends do to me. I really do believe in the phrase, do for others what others do for you. So when a friend reaches out to me this much, I want to also meet them halfway and reach out to them that much. Otherwise, it's going to be like a very, very one-sided friendship, and I don't think that's very healthy to have one friend offering more to the friendship than the other friend. And I'd say that applies to most relationships as well, like friendship or romantic relationships or professional relationships. I think for the most part, you guys want to meet halfway and put equal effort into maintaining a healthy relationship. Yeah, what a stream this turned into. I'm just thinking, we started with Duolingo, went to talk about my major, went to talk about like lactose intolerance, and now we're talking about like really meta-philosophical stuff. I might as well just change this into a just chatting stream, where I just ramble for like 5 hours. I don't know if I have the tolerance, the endurance to ramble for 5 hours. It was fun though. Yeah. Anyways, I think it's probably a good time for me to end this. Otherwise, I'll just keep you guys here forever. I've already been streaming for 3.5 hours, so my voice is starting to get tired as well. Oh. And with the weather being as it is, there's a lot of wildfires happening in my region. So the sky was so smoky today that the sun turned red and the shadows turned orange. That's how smoky it was today. And I've definitely been feeling my throat has been straining when I was going out around outside. I've been at stream for 10 hours. Okay, I have attended a 24-hour stream once. 25-hour stream once. Unfortunately, I fell asleep for 2 hours of it. But wow, right? I was even a guest in that stream for 1.5 hours. It was for my friend. It was for a very good friend. She was doing a 25-hour stream on Twitch. And in the middle, she got really exhausted. So me and another friend hopped in to kind of step in so that she could go take a 30-minute. I think she took a 30-minute break and then came back. Really good friend. Her name is Miko Ray. I chat with her a lot on Twitter. You should be able to see her. Miko Ray at Miko _ no. Her Twitter is at ghosty_wisp. Yeah, but her VTuber name is Miko Ray. Oh, you should do a 24. I don't know if I can do a 24-hour stream. That might be too much for me because the longest stream I've done so far is 6 hours, and I feel like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, I can manage, give or take. You can keep me eating dinner at 2:30 a.m. because I was busy doing video editing application for this. Oh my god. Eating dinner at 2:30 a.m.?
I don't think that's very healthy. Because your body metabolism slows down after the sun goes down. So you're not, plus you're like, because the sun has went down, you're not exercising and moving around as much because you're not getting outdoors. And the calories you eat, the sugars you eat, the glucose, the carbs and all that, when it enters your bloodstream, if you're not exercising and moving around and burning up all that extra energy right away, your body converts all that into permanent storage or long-term storage, aka fat cells. So if you, I don't know, I mean, weight is not a thing that a lot of people will have issues with. I personally do it from a health perspective because I have knowledge in this area. I try not to eat before sleep because that promotes converting the glucose that I eat into fat. So I eat during the day when the sun is up, and then when the sun is down, I try not to eat anymore. And if I do feel hungry, I try to eat less, like minimally. I'll move around. I've only had one meal today. Okay then, yeah. I guess in that case, you try your best anyways, right? Move around a bit after this. Nobody's home. But yeah, so if you could do like a light amount of exercise to try to burn off that food, that would be the best. And I've used this technique for the last, I think, 2 years or so, and believe it or not, I've lost 40 pounds. I used to be, like, my weight right now is around 150 pounds, right? Or in kilograms, that's about 68 kilograms. I lost 40 pounds in the last year just by managing the way I eat and the time I eat. I haven't really done any management on what I eat though. I've managed the amount I eat and the time I eat. And just with this technique, I've lost 40 pounds. So 150 plus 40, you can work out the math, right? 20 pounds is about, pounds to kilos is a 2.24 conversion. 8 or 9 kilos, give or take. 68 to 70, 68 plus 7 is 5. 75 to 76, 77 kilos I used to be. I lost like 24 pounds. I am at 10 to 12% body fat right now. Wow. Oh yeah, today's, I remember you're big on working out, right? You're bulking. Wow. Yeah, I remember you're big on working out, so you know these kind of things, diets and body fat percentage and stuff like that. Good on you. Keep up like the healthy lifestyle. It's not for everyone, but if it's your thing, go for it, right? Yeah. Oh my god, now I've talked about my body weight too and my diets. Yeah. Anyways. Let's end the conversation here. Otherwise, there is no end. There is no end. I can talk about myself again another day. Oh, thank you guys again for coming. Really appreciate your support. I can't say enough. I can't. There are no words to describe how I'm feeling. Is what I want to say. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again. Whether you're watching this live or watching this later, if you want to support what I do, and please do give this video thumbs. I'm stuttering over my standard outro of all things. I'm stuttering over my. Whether you're watching this live, watching this later, if you want to support what I do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter where you can find the latest updates. I have a collab coming up with Jempai in a week or so. Hope to see you guys there. I have a stream coming on Wednesday. I'll let you guys know more on Twitter what I'm gonna do on Wednesday, because these events have been unprecedented, to say the least. Thank you all for coming. What's Naruse? Streaming from the starlit skies. This is your #1 superstar virtual VTuber, Amachi Naruse. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. Over and out.